Okay. So, last week, quite a lot of things happened, but not too much for a few of you, namely Mr. Argilla, who just was catching up to the session. So, last week, you guys had a bit of a issue trying to figure out exactly what was going on in between each other. Since most of you were doing a lot of your own kind of thing, a few of you still following up on the underground and eventually leaving the underbelly after a while. And some of you finally entering into the underbelly for the first time. That being Argilla. Argilla, you were right in the middle of some kind of negotiation with the King's Coin, who you had firmly met, and during that small moment of meeting them, you had a bit of conversation, and a pact was formed between you through some kind of ritual. On the other hand, Sylvan managed to escape the underbelly scathed and traumatized, but she managed to go around and look for an inn to play or a place to stay after having been thoroughly inspected by the underbelly. Arthur, Norv, and Alver, three of you managed to find the alchemist, but nothing well worth regarding that mission. But for today, that is where we'll start our session. As you guys, after having left the underbelly, making your way into well, some of you making your way towards the Adventurers Guild, and the others will be catching up right after, since Norv is still deep within the underbelly by himself and resting not so safely. So, starting off, as you guys eventually make it to your destinations, a few of you were heading back towards their rooms in the Fuzzy Toad, and a few of you are still within kind of the city center along the road of the residential quarter. What are you guys planning to do?
I believe we accepted a quest.
We roll for initiative, and then we decide. Aren't we still all split up?
Yes, you are all still pretty much so split
Uh,
up.
Actually, guys, I did have a thing. Remember with the tiefling
Yes.
Damakos?
Yeah. You had what do you call that? You were spying on eavesdropping rather on a conversation between Damakos and one adventurer within the Adventurers Guild. You heard a few of what they were talking about, but hey, as we start our session, that's something that we can see how you're going to interact with them. So I'll just do it like this, yeah, with initiative. Everyone kindly roll me an initiative check, and I will see who goes first and who goes last.
Did it show mine or not?
Yeah, 15. Got it.
Right. I ran out of I ran out of junk food, so I had to slice apples.
Nice.
I have no choice but to be healthy.
Oh, 19 on a roll. Holy.
That better not be
Right.
mine.
Why are there decimals for
Oh,
for
shit.
stuff?
Brother included the option in the character sheet which you could turn on called
Tiebreaker.
add dex initiative tiebreaker or something.
Oh, interesting.
13, I believe, is his score,
mark.
dexterity score.
Oh, sorry, not mine.
All right, so let's see here. Going up first, Sylvan. Sylvan, you had just left the Adventurers Guild picking up a quest that you had planned to do. Something about a goblin invasion, if I remember correctly. And as you were kind of, expedition, not a goblin invasion, as you made your way towards the North Gate, where you had been told to go do so, you met with a guard and who told you that they looked around for the corpses, the bodies, but could not find anything aside from the signs of battle, which was quite strange. Let me just play some music here. Okay. So, Sylvan, what are you gonna do with that information now that you have made your way to the forest and made your way back, scouting it out, trying to figure out if you could do it alone, eventually figuring out that is probably something that you alone can't do?
Someone just kind of looks up to the sky and tries to determine what time it is.
By now, it would be 3 in the afternoon. It's getting quite late. A little bit more time, then night will surely arrive upon you.
He just kind of wonders, thinks to herself that by now the others would be off and about and extremely hard to find, especially in a city this large. So she'll most likely just kind of roam around the city, check the maybe Merchants Guild for. Is there like an armory, weapons area?
There is, but you haven't explored a handful of places. But the best possible place that you could find that would be the Merchant's Quarter, somewhere around the city.
And Sylvan will move towards the direct Merchant's Quarter and maybe ask a Sylvan around there for some directions.
Okay. So, since you're going to be doing what I would say would be a timely task, a task that needs a bit of time to perform, this is something that I've been, that I, if I remember correctly, introduced through chat in our group chat, and we're going to be using from now on. It's something called tension.
Oh.
Every time a player decides to do something that would take a considerable amount of time, a point of tension will happen. So in this case, there you go. It's a 1d6. Every point of tension is a 1d6, and currently there's only 1d6 dice in the tension pool. When a player, any player rather, decides to do a reckless action, that being, for example, doing something that might irk the ire of another person, or if you, for example, are investigating and you break into the crime scene, or you have noisy arguments and smashing down doors within a dungeon, something like that, that is called a reckless action. And a reckless action means I'll roll the amount of 1d6s that are in the tension pool, and if I get any ones in that 1d6s, then a complication will occur. A complication could be something like, for example, if it's in the dungeon, maybe a creature will come crashing through the walls, or a trap opens up underneath you, something along those lines. So if you do something, not for downtime necessarily, but for when there are sessions and there are the slow parts of the game, and you are doing something kind of that takes a bit longer than usual, then I will be adding a 1d6 to the tension pool.
I see.
So that is something that we will be including from here on out. So
could you explain the reckless action part again, the second bit?
So yeah, A reckless action is any kind of action that, of course, ignores the risk and dangers of, things. Risk, if you're risking serious immediate consequences, such as if you're infiltrating a castle, smashing down doors or destroying security devices, that is a reckless action. For example, if you guys are playing detective, a reckless action might mean if you're threatening informants, or carelessly sharing information about the investigation to each other without really hiding it from anyone, then that is a reckless action. When you do a reckless action, I will be rolling the dice in the tension pool, in which case right now we only have 1, but it goes up to a max of 6. So it could be, for example, 66.
Is this pulled to the entire party?
Yes,
Or only
this is
per
pulled to the
person?
entire party.
Ah,
So
I
if
see.
you
So
do
when you
something
roll
that-
like
Okay, so let's say Sylvan is doing a timely action. He has tension, right? And then Rodent, which is in the other side of the world in a cave, does a reckless action. He'll be the one paying the price, I'm assuming.
who knows? It might be
Okay.
Sylvan
is
that
this like party karma
I
or
see.
something?
Yes,
see.
kind of. So, this only occurs in the slower parts of the game. So, for example, right now when there's nothing too big going on, then I'll be rolling tension die, and complications might occur from one person to another, something along those lines. You can blame each other for what's going on. But yeah, this is something that I will be keeping track of from now on. I'm assuming you guys can see the tension table there.
Yes,
On
we
the
can.
So
right.
if like
we can
so like
feel
you're
the
handing
tension.
like a
I feel like we shouldn't though, personally.
Yeah, so right here, look, it's a 1d6, but it can get up to a 6d6, in which case, like this is
Oh.
going to happen.
Wait, so what does rolling that die do?
It's a complication if it happens.
It's a
If it's a one.
complication. Something happens to you or someone else along the route. So, for example,
so it all gets
someone-
used instantly.
yes, everything gets used instantly
I see.
when someone
Oh,
does
so
a
it's like-
reckless
I have a
action.
suggestion. Okay. For the party, I have a suggestion. Since currently Norv is the one most likely doing reckless action, we can just stack the tension, no? And we won't feel the effects.
Lama.
Actually, there is a portion of this table that talks about this metagaming portion.
I see.
Isn't all of this tension table metagamey E? Yes, and that is precisely what you would want from this. Because the tension table or the tension pool imposes a state of a sense of time passing and a growing danger that, you guys are figuring out that things are actually time is actually passing and dangers will
wilderness?
eventually occur to
I
something.
see.
So
That's cool actually.
Wilderness.
yeah, this
I like
is
See.
because in real life, people often kind of do this kind of thing, when managing time and risk. So an example of this is whenever you've taken a timed exam, and you notice your own behavior. So essentially, when you're taking exams, initially you're focused on the test and you barely notice time sliding by, but then you glance at the clock and that makes you assess how you're doing. As a result, you either relax or you take your time on the next few questions, or else you become stressed and rush through the next few questions. Eventually you forget about the time and focus again, and you hit a particularly difficult question, you become aware on how long you've been taking on that one question and become stressed. So it's pretty much that kind of idea of time passing and you figuring out that there is something that's going to happen since time is going to go through.
I have a question. When does tension drop aside from it being rolled down? Like session only or what?
What do you mean session only?
Like,
The-
is
Like
it
when does
decay?
the tension reset or drop? Like
Yeah, is it
Tension
like
resets
inspiration?
when it goes up to 6. So
Yeah, but what if it's not used ever in this session? Would it still be there next session?
yes.
Like inspiration? I
so like
see.
let's say that in the first hour we reached 66. It'll just be 66 for the rest of the session or
No. When it reaches 6d6, regardless if someone does a reckless action, it will a complication might occur. So on a 6d6, it will reset back to 0, and regardless of if anyone does a reckless action, I will roll for the tension if
I see.
a
So there's
complication
a
occurs.
chance that a random dragon occurs or something, even if you do
Yeah.
nothing, if it stacks.
Wait,
I
to
see.
clarify, the tension will only be lost if we do a reckless action, right?
If you do a reckless action or it reaches
It reaches
66.
6.
Yeah, so what if it's five tension? If we do a reckless action, would it be
It'll be
0 or
used.
66?
It'll be
It
5
will
to
reset
6.
to 0.
I see.
Oh.
So,
It rolls everything at once.
Yep.
so we can
Also,
just
it like slowly builds up and then explodes and like.
Yes.
Yes,
No, no,
but
no,
So
that's higher
the
chance though. That's
chance,
higher chance.
the chance gets higher the more
Yep.
tension there is in the pool.
Well, it's 6p6
so it
times
only resets when
0.1,
a
bro.
complication happens.
What?
It only resets when a complication happens. If it
Yes,
No,
it
doesn't,
resets when there is a complication that happens.
I
If
see.
no complications happen, then it just stays 66.
No, every time it
no.
reaches 66, it will always reset and a complication will always happen, regardless of a reckless action.
I see.
Then it
Oh
stays
my
until
Okay, it's over.
How do you roll again?
How bad are the? How bad are the?
How are we all
complications?
getting 20s?
Here's some examples of the complications, right? So, one, an ogre comes crashing through the underbrush. Two, a floor gives away. There's a pit trap. Or three, a thorny plant scratched you and now you're dizzy. Something that isn't necessarily bad, but it's still a complication. For example, would be a mysterious stranger calls out to you from the shadows, or there is a rock slide that blocks the road forward, or something like that.
You suddenly contract lung cancer. That's your complication.
Yeah,
Well,
but it will be either it will be something that kind of complicates what's going on, since it's a slow side of the session.
You roll, right?
Yeah.
You roll.
This will be my role. So, for example, in this case, if you reach like 5 and I had to roll because someone did a reckless action, right there's a 1 immediately. You can see that there's a 1 within those rolls.
Cash.
Would
Oh.
the amount of ones matter? Let's say if it's
No,
5.
it just increases the chance.
I thought it just instant death if you roll all ones,
like
Yeah, the
6
ultimate
complications
complication,
holy.
1 whole
Don't worry.
dragon.
Cash, don't worry, Cash. I'll try
The
this.
sky
this
there
time.
reopens.
I will be your guinea pig. I'll test out the system.
Your guinea rat.
I think everyone will be using this, especially Chester, since he likes doing a lot of time-based
yep, I time to
actions.
blame Nord and Chester every time.
My fault.
I think that's actually pretty good because like it is also kind of a like we get to play around with time too much, which is like unfair. So I think it's good. Adds a sense of urgency and makes sure that we do only timely actions.
Argila is definitely on a schedule though.
Yeah, so like I mean it'll still matter to me, but like it's still cool though. I like it. It increases the stakes.
Also, when the party is together and someone does a timely action, if you're doing it at the same time, I don't roll multiple times for the tension table.
One
Ah,
instance.
So it doesn't
Gee
add to the
whiz.
pool. If someone is doing something, for example, gathering materials for a camp, and someone wants to do reads a book, for example, both of those take a considerable amount of time, and they should be adding to the tension pool. But since someone is doing it already, then it only adds to 1 whole die
gee
to
whiz.
the
but-
pool.
Thank
I'm
you,
assuming long rest causes tension as well. You got done
No,
some
it does not.
I
It's
see.
only
Question.
things outside of
Only
regular thing.
only the tension dice are shared, right? But the complication would happen on the person doing the reckless action. If he's alone or
For the
something.
most part, yes. It will be on whoever's doing a reckless action, or if it reaches 66, it will be on whoever I decide.
Oh no.
Nah.
Oh
Don't
no, no,
Don't
no.
worry, Cass.
No, fucking
I'll
fucking
try
Taco's
it.
gonna proc it on us and just gonna die randomly.
Cass, is it my turn next? I'm gonna try it out.
You need to be 6 though. You need 6 of them.
You gotta do 6 reckless actions in a row or something.
Make it, bro. The amount of 1 should increase the difficulty,
Nah.
Right. So to continue, Sylvan, you're looking around for what was it again? You're looking around for a place to stay.
Weaponsmith.
Oh, the armor smith, right? So yeah, if I remember correctly, you've already visited some parts of
Yes.
the city with weaponry. I'm not quite sure which one you visited before, so if you could
It was the stall.
Not exactly weaponry, but I've gone to get some armor before.
It was the stall with the magic gear, right?
That and also the armory, because yeah,
okay.
wherever I got this leather something, studded leather
Stuff.
armor.
Yeah, okay. So I'll say that make me a history check. See if you still remember your way back to wherever that might have been.
Let's go. Let's go.
You seem to have some pretty good recollection to where you found those general things, mostly the armory, the weaponry, and all that within the merchant's quarter. And you have heard before some certain areas that you may visit along those paths. In which case, if you're looking for weaponry, let's see here. Goldenvale.
Nani?
If you're looking for weaponry within the merchant's quarter, there is a place that you can visit that is relatively well stocked. A handful of places within the merchant's quarter would be, let us see, some weaponry. There is Battleborn Blades and Magic that you can visit, but it is somewhere down towards the Arcane District. They sell metal goods like weapons, armors, and tools, as well as some magical weaponry that you can find. And since also today is the day of Enna, the first day of the week, you know that Baps is currently out there selling his goods as well.
Well, I'm not looking for anything magical at the moment, and I just need like a simple weapon, so I don't have to punch things or throw bees at people.
Okay. Then your best option from where you currently are would probably be either Battleborn Blades and Magic, or somewhere along the stalls near the Mercantile Guild House within the Merchant's District.
Oh, well, then I'll probably check out the stalls again because I don't need anything magical. And I just need something simple, honestly. Even just a kitchen knife would do.
Okay. So you will be doing that for a while. Who's up next? That would be between Rodent and
It's me first.
Arthur.
I have 3 on dexterity mod. Yes,
I have 2.
Cass. Underground, right?
Ah, right. You are underground. And you are trying to sleep.
Yes, sir.
Or at least try to long rest. In which case, kindly roll me a perception check with... you have dark vision?
Yes, sir. Up to 60.
Then just roll it regularly.
Jesus.
It's supposed to be black, right? The screen.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see this because it is his portion of what's going on. Actually, to help with that, let me just do this instead. Put everyone here real quick. And then Norv, specifically, you shall be heading here alone.
No. No.
Quickly roll the tension die.
Cass, you're taking a while. Roll the tension die. I'll roll the tension die.
All right.
You add to your tension pool.
So for you and this one back here. 17 on perception. You're sleeping soundly, or at the most part, you're resting soundly. You can hear the noises off to the far back, quite honestly, just kind of echoing throughout this entire sewer system or old city that you're currently in. And for about 2 to 3 hours, nothing has happened so far. But
Okay.
at around the 4th hour, that's when you start hearing the skittering from behind you. You quickly turn to see what's over there, and you just see it's just a few small things, a few small kind of areas that are lighting kind of the lighting shows a few kind of small creatures skittering about, you know, just all of that off in the far corner. However, it won't be long when you start to see something walking off in your direction from across the bridge. You see those creatures that you've seen before slowly make their way forwards, and all of them seem to generally smell where you are.
Stop smelling, bruh. Jesus. I can't see them? Where are they? Oh,
And
there
this
they are.
time, as they all follow suit, you hear this kind of crawling on the floor, breaking of dirt, the kind of stone moving around, and eventually you see this massive ball of rats just kind of crawling over, a wave of rats making their way through. And they're slowly making their way back there.
Oh, they are uncivilized. Oh my god. Big rat.
What do you plan to do?
Wait. This is only one creature? Oh, it's only one creature. Never mind. I forgot to place rodent as well. They should be here still. Rodent's not appearing?
Rodent was broken, remember, if you remember correctly. He got destroyed and was left out there in the center.
He's naked.
I'm naked. I not. I would like to do a reckless action.
Stop.
This isn't really a portion where you can do reckless action since you are technically in a already pretty bad situation.
Oh
So
wait,
I'm not gonna be rolling
I'm just gonna
attention.
clarify. Reckless action means going
Anything
against
that's reckless.
societal norms.
What?
Not necessarily.
No. What?
Pull my pants down. Reckless action.
I mean, that's what I understood. I'm sorry.
No, when you're
I-
doing anything that's risky. And it
Risky,
doesn't-
like in relation to the narrative, right?
yeah,
pulled my
it only
pants down.
happens
Reckless
during the slow
action.
parts of the game. This is not technically a slow part of the game.
Unless I make,
Yeah, I cast slow.
unless I make it so. I don't think I can. I need help from this. I'm probably gonna die.
If only
How
you
did
had the
I even get
party.
there in the first place?
If only I had a person that said he will help me. Sadly, he isn't here.
Oh, sucks to be you.
I'm checking if you can return it as part of a long rest. So I'm not in a long rest, right?
You are still in a long rest. You haven't been interrupted yet. But that might change pretty soon.
each.
I'm mistaking, by the way.
Yes. I will just retreat. I'm gonna, where is it? Whispering Cloak back to, Whispering Cloak back to the grates and retreat.
Okay. Once again, you manage to escape away from this whole mess that is the walkway. But
And I'm alone at the Underdark. I see.
and Norv, you're still not with
I'm not safe.
you're not safe, and you don't
I'll try to
necessarily have a friend with you to carry you along. Not this time, at least.
Yes, sir. And I would try, as all the experiences I have accumulated in the Underdark, on the Underbelly, I would like to go back up, escape this place. I mean,
Yes.
from where I
Yes.
came from.
Yeah. So you're entering back the way you came, trying to figure out where that is. And
Sir.
yeah, I'll say that you do that after some time.
Time?
So,
Time?
every time?
That on the action?
No.
Tension.
Tension.
Right.
I like how we all
So,
get PTSD when someone says
Hasn't even happened yet.
right. While you're doing that, Arthur, if I remember correctly, you were in your room within the Fuzzy Toad Inn. Is that
Yes.
correct?
I read the thing that Argila gave me, and I'm planning on going to the Adventurers Guild.
All right. So, following reading what that thing said, not quite sure if you understand it or not, you make your way to the Adventurers Guild, where I presume Alvar still is. After after a bit of walk, when you arrive there, you see not only Alvar, but I'm assuming at this point as well, Argilla.
Then I will go to them and greet them. Like,
Oh,
what time is it?
Chester's in
he's here.
the Roll20 chat. I'm not sure if he's able to
Hello?
talk. Oh my god, I hear you.
Yo, it's so scuffed.
Oh my god.
I'm using my
Yo.
phone as Discord. I'm using the Steam Deck as a browser.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
We're interrupting your vacation, bruh.
I'm also using my phone's hotspot because the internet here is literally 600 kilobytes per second.
Alright, yeah. For Chester, you don't need to do too much for today since you are still technically in vacation IRL. So you can just tell me what your character will do within the session and you can listen in if you'd like.
I will listen. I'll make quips and comments just as Chester would.
But he's in here for spirit.
Yep. Right, I'm gonna mute. I think you guys are echoing. I mean, can you guys hear
yeah?
echo if you talk?
Not
No.
really. Hello? Testing? Hello? No.
Mic
Okay.
check, mic check.
All right. I'm gonna mute.
Mic check.
Okay, so after making your way towards Adventurers Guild, Arthur, you managed to spot Argilla and as well as Alvar somewhere by the entrance of the Adventurers Guild. There, what are you guys doing?
First, I will greet both of them. I'll greet Avatron since I already know Argilla is going there. So after that, I'll say to Argilla, Argilla, I actually forgot to give you something. And I send it here. This was the thing that the dwarf wrote. If you forgot, this might help you in the investigation. And I hand him over the paper. It's the translated version.
Oh, this is the one. Wait, this is the one from the letter that I transcribed right, from the random counter.
Yes,
No,
the
that
random
was
dwarf.
from.
The
Yeah,
dwarf.
wait. Is it the dwarf?
It was a dwarf.
The
yeah.
session, the one like many sessions ago, right?
Yes.
Ah, alright then.
Yeah. It looks like there's something about war in this paper. So I'm giving it to you. It might help you in your search. Oh yeah, and then I'll ask, like, what are you guys doing in Adventurers Guild? Found any quests?
Sylvan has, but she hasn't reached out for us for help yet. So we are waiting at the moment.
Wait, am I supposed to be here? I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Actually, I'm supposed to be with the Mako still.
The who? Demakos is
The
in front of
tiefling.
the Adventurers Guild, yes.
Oh, okay. But like, I'm outside still, right? Oh, wait, they gave
Yeah.
it to me while I'm outside, I guess. Okay. All right. I'm still outside though. I'm not like inside talking.
Are we
Okay.
inside or outside?
You, I assume,
Um,
Alvar, you're probably inside, and Arthur just went in to greet you. Probably, so I'm guessing what's going on.
So I'm assuming the order of the time is I went to greet Argilla, gave him the paper. Since he
Then you
didn't
went
reply,
inside.
yeah, I just went inside and greeted Albatron, saying, how goes the day?
Then I replied that Sylvan has accepted the quest, but she hasn't reached out to any of us yet, I'm assuming, for help. She said she was going to investigate solo first at the Northern Gate. And that's about it.
I see. I would also like to see the quest commissions. Starting from what gives the most gold. For something like a level 3 rune I can handle.
very specific.
That's
Yeah.
all this is.
There is currently 2 that's on there right now. The one that probably gives you the most is the Goblin Invasions. Something that says Goblin Invasions. There's also another that talks about some kind of missing heirloom for a rich noble. Which one
Can
are you
I
gonna
see the
read?
specifics? Can I not read both? Let
You
me
can
read the
read
Goblin
both.
Invasion first.
You
I
can
guess.
read both, but it will take some time.
Oh no.
How low is my literacy for me to?
I'll take the other one then. I'll read the other one.
Fine. Let me read the Goblin Invasion.
Okay. And Alvar, you're gonna read the other one?
The heirloom, yes.
Alright. So this is the Goblin Invasion. And this is the Stolen Heirloom. That's something that you guys can read for a quick moment.
You know what? I'll suggest this quest to Albatron, since this involves the safety of the city.
Yep. I peeked through it, then I said we should accept this.
Do you
Then we
think
can
the two
do-
of us can handle it alone? Or do we need more help?
As a famous episode guy from Goblin Slayer said, it's only goblins.
True. Alright, let's go out alone. Are you fine? Should we do this today or should we prepare for tomorrow?
I think the earlier we do this, the less time the goblins can prepare. Because
Right.
goblins are smart creatures.
You know what? I like your enthusiasm. Off we go with no preparations.
Do we invite or do we ask other people's help or only us?
There's Angela.
We ever-
If he wants to help.
No, I don't know if Argila's outside by the way.
What?
I don't know that Argila's outside.
Yeah, then I'll suggest that Argila's outside. Maybe
I see.
he needs help.
Yeah, we can ask for his help. Then I guess we head out, then interrupt Argila's doings and ask him for help if he ever wants it.
You know what? I'll actually do it. So I go out. I'll call Argila. I'll explain him about the mission, and at the same time, I'll say that I found someone that can translate the wordings you have given me, you know. And I sent it since it felt like it was pretty serious. I sent it through Pyra paper, but I don't know when they will reply. So all we can do now is wait and hope they have the answer.
I don't
Arjila, do
know
you
if
catch
wait.
that?
I mean, like I'm still like kind of like eavesdropping on Damako's, right?
Really, you're still eavesdropping. Okay, never mind then. Then we'll just interrupt you and see if you reply or not.
As I'm like trying to eavesdrop, like you try to get my attention, and you just hear Arjuna say, "Could I wait a few more minutes, please?"
Then I'll just look at Albaton and see if he's also willing to wait for a few more minutes.
I've got the time, but sure.
I do not believe this is a timely action.
Giving us
Okay, then we will
I'm
wait.
feeling a tension in the
So,
air.
you know, we'll just point to Argila that we'll be inside the Adventurers Guild.
Arjuna nods and goes back to eavesdropping.
I guess that would also be for my action. Because yeah,
All right.
to reduce
So
tension. Yeah.
it goes here. So yeah, that will be a certain point in time.
Oh, Cass, it also means that maybe I'm also going to the Adventurers Guild for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, since you're heading out to post a quest regarding this, that's something that your character will do after he finds his way around the city. So, let's start with who's going right next. Yeah, Argilla.
Right?
Listening into the conversation, you hear exactly what they're saying, and you manage to pick up on a few things that he's looking for. Namely, he's looking for a renowned bounty hunter, which you might already know who that is.
As he's like, I'm guessing like he finished talking with like the random, I guess, adventurer, and then the adventurer left.
Yeah. After a while, you do see the person he's talking to kind of shaking his head and eventually making his way back into the guild.
As he like shaking his head, you can like the camera pans towards Arjuna, and you can see him leaning on the wall. I heard you're looking for a bounty hunter.
You see this purple Illide walking about in the streets as if he managed to make his way through the guards. You know for a fact that Illide are not supposed to be even in the city, judging how the war is going. But you see him kind of turn towards you. And what do you know about a certain bounty hunter?
Depends. Could you give me any details of what you were looking for?
If I remember correctly, the last thing I heard about his whereabouts was he was here looking for a target. And that he now has some kind of pet he carries along with him.
I see. And you want information on this person, yes?
His whereabouts would be nice to have.
Let me check my notes real quick. Just go see. Okay. Arjuna thanks for a moment. And I will be rewarded for information, yes?
I will be paying a hefty sum for whoever can find this, if I remember his name correctly, it's Tylark Aquit.
Tylark. Sorry, that name does not ring any bells to me.
Make me a deception check.
I will fail.
Let me see
mine.
real quick. Let me see. All right. He looks off towards you, kind of gives you a toothy grin, as you can see his kind of fangs just poking out whenever he smiles. Well, regardless of whether you know him or not, if you may come across by happenstance this bounty hunter, tell him that the mage hunters are looking for him.
Can I insight check that smile to see like if it's like a smile that like he knows that I'm lying, sort of thing?
Go ahead.
He knows. Oh my god, what are your rolls?
Your rolls are insane.
Does that include the bonus plus the 1d6?
Yes.
No. I haven't done the 1d6 yet.
Right. It does seem as though he doesn't know if you're telling the truth or not, but he's pretty persuasive regardless.
Argilla nods. Well, if I can find this Tylark, what was the last name again?
Accurate.
Akrit. Tylark Akrit. I will keep that in mind. Where do I report this, if ever?
If you can find any of the guards, I am currently colluding with them, seeing as though it is a matter of grave importance. Just tell them that you found the location of one particular bounty hunter, then they should be able to send a message back to me.
All of the cards. So the entire city is under the palm of your hand.
Like I said, it's a matter of grave importance.
Pardon me for a bit of musing to myself, but it is quite interesting that the mage hunters have found interest in this place and its person when it is currently in the middle of war.
For reasons unbeknownst to most people, there are some minor things happening within the city that may be caused by certain entities.
That was a bit vague to me, but yes, I understand that there are secrets you must keep. A small suggestion: have you considered sending people to the underbelly of the city?
You need to worry not. I've been there already. In fact, I just came from there earlier.
Well, as long as you have the coin, I suspect you have nothing to worry about. Good day, then.
You see him nod as he begins to walk somewhere towards the western side of the city.
Argilla will start walking into the Adventurers Guild and actually wait, how big is a pirate paper?
The size of well, it's a pretty small scroll you can write on.
Can I like write it while standing?
Yeah.
You can
With
use
some
the
great
wall or
effort,
something.
but yeah. Yeah, you just put it on a wall and write.
It'll take some time, you know.
Well, I
It'll
guess
take some
Argilla
time.
will just be going to the Adventurers Guild for now.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, Arthur and Oliver are still both there. So that is something that will be happening. Okay.
So Yeah,
Mhm.
Arjula enters, and do I see them?
Yep, you see them kind of standing around for a while waiting for you.
Hello there. I heard you mentioned you needed me for something.
Yes. We managed to find a quest that gives a lot of gold. 300 gold, in fact. And you know what? I give him the paper, and while I give him, I'll also tell him about, you know, the thing. The words you told me to transcribe. I might have a lead on how to do it, but it might take some time.
And you also
Uh,
gave the ominous
Oh yeah,
dwarven
yeah. Oh,
thing.
so yeah. I also give this paper to you. Maybe this will help you in your investigations.
Arjuna nods and thanks you for the information. He looks at the pieces of paper or like uh, the quest papers and examines them for a bit. Turns back up to the two and asks, which one of the two are we doing, or are we doing both?"
Oh no, I only gave the goblin invasions.
Uh, Arjuna will turn to, I guess, Sylvan's the other person, right?
Seven is not with you.
Oh, so it's Arthur and
Albatron.
Avatron, yes. So Avatron's holding the other paper?
I'm assuming yes, and he never gave it to me, so I only showed the goblin invasion one.
Yeah, I have
Right,
that.
so do you hand over the paper as well, or?
Yep.
Right. Arjuna will look at both and again ask the same question. So are we doing both, or?
Me and Albatron suggest doing the goblin invasion, since it might endanger the lives of you know farmers. Yes.
That seems fair. What problem would goblins pose us to us? Yes.
Of course, we're all level 3.
What's a level?
Also level 3.
What does that mean?
Right. So I'm assuming we're all willing to take this quest. Are you fine with doing it as soon as we can, aka today, right now?
I would, but I do not have a. I believe we need to sign up for membership in the guild to take on this quest. Yes.
You're not an adventurer yet. Uh, oh yeah, wait, you aren't. Yeah, I forgot. I mentioned this to you, and you haven't registered.
Well, I used to be until I took an errand afoot and I
Right,
show
I
my
see. Then you may.
the foot.
Now what? So are you gonna register?
I would, but well, I did mention it to you earlier. But
Fine. I'll give you 10 gold.
I consider this as a sort of initial payment of sorts for my services.
That's average. Fine. I'll give it. I'll give you. I'll believe in you. Oh
Just
yeah.
to
So I
clarify
just.
again, what services do you need again?
Which one?
The thing you were asking me, it was concerning the war, yes?
Yes. Specifics of the war. Anything you can find about the war. Anything suspicious.
Well, I will say right now, the letter you had me transcribe, or you transcribed for me, seems it might have some sort of correlation. It says soldiers from a distant land, explosion. These are very war-like terms.
Yep. Exactly. What you see. My intelligence is 12, so I don't really understand what is written.
Well,
I
of
believe
what?
you are smart enough to read.
Of these.
I am quite sure. Anyway, uh, if you would, and I pull out my hand for the gold.
Fine, 10 gold. Also, specifically for the letter, I'll just write what I want to ask about the letter.
Sorry.
Never mind. Science that say Saxon, which is Saxon. I would like to look into that. What are these blue bright banners from a distant land? And specifically, I see a demon standing above the shadow of a dragon. I'm still not sure if that's related to war, but if it is, it might lead a clue on what's happening to the current war.
Oh, do not worry. I was about to ask that lovely fellow over there, and I point to the person by the. I'm guessing like the reception area for the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, a few receptionists that are just kind of on standby.
So if you would.
I only gave you. How many 10 gold coins do you need?
Wait, yeah, I thought you haven't yet.
I said I'd give you the 10 gold coins. I already minused it from my inventory. It's now yours.
Much appreciated. I will add 10 gold, which I will then subtract in a few seconds. Argilla walks up towards the receptionist and asks, I would like to apply for a membership in the Adventurers Guild. I am told it is 10 gold a month or something.
Yes, that would be 10 gold a month to be paid at every start of the month. So that is quite soon for you. So we'll take this as advanced payment for the next month.
Appreciated. Is there anything I need to sign, or do you have any fancy fingerprint scanners or some sort? I've heard that they are used in other parts of the world.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, you can kindly just sign here, and you watch them just kind of produce a sheet of paper, ask you some minor things, your name, your organizations affiliated to, and your current standing and experience with combat.
Because the hand scanners aren't here yet, or like, are they only in the Grey House?
They could be only in the Grey Isles. Who knows?
For the others, it was a thing in the other campaign with like the pirates. There's like a fingerprint scanner thing that they have.
It wasn't a fingerprint scanner.
It's like a hand
Was it?
scanner or something. Like you put your hand on a book and then it gets your info, sort of thing. So I call it a hand scanner.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway, Argilla will sign the information as he's writing down his info. He's like talking while looking down. While I fill this form, would you entertain me some questions? Is that fine?
Sure, go ahead.
Are you familiar with a name or a term or an inn with the name Saxon in it?
Yes, Saxon Inn. That is an inn quite popular, the western side of the chain marches. It's within if I remember correctly, it was Hadrim. Hadrim City has a popular Saxon inn. They actually brew a special kind of drink there.
A special kind of drink. What sort of drink?
Something they call Dryad Red Ale. Pretty popular amongst those parts and quite expensive for a small drink.
Quick question, Cass. The plant people that we give shipments to, what are they called again?
They're called Seern.
They're different from the dryads, right?
Yes, Seern are a race of sentient plant folk.
Okay. As he's writing, he continues to muse to the receptionist. That is interesting. Is it? I heard that the war is quite intense to the west. Is the inn okay?
I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. Haven't heard anything from it, nor have I read the newspaper about this, actually. The Golden Rule should be producing some kind of updates to the war, but nothing so far.
Golden Rule. That is the publication in the city. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry for the questions, by the way. I am quite new to the city. It is quite interesting to learn about your peoples, but of course, you wouldn't be offended if I was a bit concerned about my well-being, considering the current state of this country.
Well, you're not the first or the last, I'm assuming. As you may have already seen, she kind of points around the Adventurers Guild. We've sent a few, but we're currently undermanned. A few of them have already left or are planning to leave the chain marches because of this war, and the lack of information adds to that fact. In fact, I believe some stores in the merchants' quarter have already closed down. A few people already
And
making their escape.
your management hasn't considered moving it either?
Not so far, until we hear some kind of sliver of information from the city and, more importantly, the clerk family. That is the the Duke's family within the city. They still haven't moved, and the guild head is holding out for any kind of information that he can get before deciding.
I see. Very well then. Thank you for humoring me for a moment. Here is my form.
She grabs it and just kind of extends her hand for the payment.
Ah, yes. Slide over the 10 gold.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the Goldenvale Adventurers Guild. If you can see back there, is a notice board where our current adventurers are, and she kind of points to Alver and Arthur just standing there. You may take the piece of paper there that's currently posted, and if you would like to embark on certain quests, you just hand it off to me. And of course, if you're joining up with anyone. Speaking of which, recently there was a new adventurer who took a particularly difficult quest. I believe she is a Vulpine that recently arrived within the city. She went north, if I remember correctly, to look for information about
Would
a certain
this,
thing.
would this Volpine be named Sylvan by any chance?
She kind of looks down towards the pieces of paper, just kind of riffs through a few of them. Yes, Sylvan Marina. She is the one that took the Lost Expeditions quest. And we currently have received some new information about the difficulty of said quest. So, a increase in the reward will be substantial. Regarding this quest, of course. That is this one, and she kind of pulls it out and just kind of shows it to you. The current reward for the quest says 200 gold, but that is, of course, each. Unfortunately, with the recent information that we've gathered regarding this quest, it may seem as though the creature in question, with regards to their disappearance, might not even be from the chained marches, so the reward has been increased to 500 gold per person.
Damn. Well, that
Is
solves your money problem.
this disappearance? Where was it? Was it perhaps to the west of the city?
It is slightly off towards the northern side, but this is by the forest gate. That northern forest is where they were heading out to scout certain locations, seeing as there was some strange occurrences, and they have never returned, have yet to return.
Interesting. You see, I am an acquaintance with Miss Sylvan, as are my two companions over there, and I point towards Alvatron and Arthur.
I wave my hand.
And she just kind of gives you a kind of wide smile.
And I was wondering if we could embark on this quest as well. I am a bit concerned for the safety of my associate.
Well, if you could find her within the city, assuming she hasn't yet left for the northern forest, it might be beneficial to help her regarding this quest. Are all of you partaking in this? She kind of points towards you and, of course, Alver and Arthur in the far back.
I'm assuming
Argyle
we heard
Beck and Seller
everything they
too.
said.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Is what I said.
So we'll hold off the goblin for this thing, right?
Yes, I put the goblin quest back to the board.
I see. Hmm. I think for a moment, then I will agree because it concerns Sylvan's safety, I guess.
I
As all of
guess.
this is happening, you see the doors kind of burst wide open, and from it, a bald headed man in a very wide smile appears. You see Chester just kind of making his way into the Adventurers Guild.
Dear
Oh no,
gods.
let's run!
He's here. He's here.
Yo, what the hell?
Run.
Oh, fancy seeing you guys here.
Greetings, Chester. Actually, question. I came out of a temple right from the underbelly,
Yes.
and it was the temple for the god of war, right?
It's a small temple for all of the gods, the old gods.
Oh, okay. Right. Where have you been, Chester? I see you're
I've been with the Murex. They asked me to post a little something, or at least inform ahead the Adventurers Guild. Something to
Oh,
do with what happened at the catacombs, the information surrounding it.
well then you go ahead with that.
No, I just came here first to probably register. Anyways,
Okay. Nobody mentioned him. What we're doing right now.
Oh, right. We are currently considering taking on this quest. I show the
oh,
quest paper.
another quest, another adventure. You
Yes,
already know.
and
Oh,
you
so
are.
Chester, are you interested in helping us? We always need more
Sure.
men.
Of course, I have to help my friends.
Thank you. Just. Hmm. Are you supposed to make your? You were supposed to deliver information, yes, to the guild. Are you supposed to do that now, or?
Mm, there's still some time, I believe, unless it's urgent. What you guys need to do?
Well, considering we don't know where Sylvan is and her life could be at risk, we are considering heading towards the north gate as soon as possible.
All right. I guess let's do that first then. I can always register later.
Well, I would recommend that you consider signing up because the reward is per person and yeah, it is quite a bit of a sum. And I point towards the 500 gold written on the paper.
Oh, it's 10 gold, I believe, and I currently have 8
I will give you 2.
silver.
It's silver, not even.
Silver. I will give you 10 SMH, man. I'll give you 10. Not fine. I'll get it from my pocket and give you 10. Let's adventure together with a smile. A strange smile.
Um, wait. If I help you with this, mayhaps you can help me for what the Mirax might ask the Adventurers Guild for too.
Of course, a favor for a favor is what I say. And then I look at Argilla and Albatron as well.
Of
All
course,
right.
but if it is sensitive information, I would consider talking it hushed tones. We would not want to build the tension, as it were.
Build it.
Oh wait, you weren't here.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't here, but it's. I know. I know. I get it. I understand. Um.
No,
Oh,
you know about the tension
Yeah, the new
system.
rule.
yeah, something to do where if you guys keep like, I mean, if we keep like talking all that bad stuff out loud, so
Or
tension
like
goes up.
do
No,
stupid
if we
stuff.
do timely actions in a mundane time, we will build up tension. And if somebody makes a reckless action, there's a chance for a complication depending on how cast rolls.
Okay. All right. Uh. Yeah. I'm gonna tell Arthur that the 10 gold that you've given me will probably be reimbursed if we also fulfill the quest the Murex will offer in the future.
Nice. Surely there'll be no complications doing that task.
Surely. All right. Where are we headed? Oh, wait, I need to register. And he goes off to the counter with Arthur's 10 gold.
All right. And yeah, the receptionist just asks you for the same minor things: your name, your occupation, your organization affiliations, all the the simplicities of all that. And after a while, when you sign up, she asks for the gold, and do you hand it to her? Sister? No, all right. Then yes, I'll just assume that he probably hands it to her then. Yeah. You see the receptionist kind of greet you a good day, and if you have any other questions regarding certain things with the guild, then she will always be ready to answer them. But for now, North. Uh North / Rodent, are you here?
I'm listening.
After a while, you do make it out of the underbelly with everything in check.
For real.
And you pop up right where you left, rather right where you entered, and I believe that's within the Shadow District. From there, you see Sylvan making her way through.
The Shadow District?
Yeah, she's coming from the north side.
Oh, shit. Wait, I don't have my.
Whisper.
I'm gonna cast message anyways. I'm gonna hide and cast message. I'm like, Sylvan.
Just out of nowhere, as you're walking in the open, the street, you just hear someone's voice pop into your head.
She just kind of quickly looks around for that weirdly booming noise in her head.
Sylvan, it's me. You know.
Not knowing where this person is, and fearing for her life, she sprints away.
Sylvan, it's me.
I'm
It's
back.
Rodent.
Sorry. I just
Uh,
registered gas, if that's fine.
Yeah.
it's Rodent. It's Rodent.
Oh,
Sylvan. And he just fades away.
Just sprints in one direction, headed to the
Also, wait,
merchant's quarter.
let me check the range for message first. 120 feet. Yeah,
doesn't reach for a long while.
yeah, it's actually
Uh,
pretty long.
if you can, assuming I don't turn any corners and you can peek through solids, you can.
Yeah, I can go through solids, yeah.
Then when you say something about you being rodent, she should probably stop at some point.
Like, oh, okay. He says like, I can't meet you. I can't meet you right now, but I'm gonna send my friend, who's a little rat. Okay, I'll be gone for a while, but he will be managing on my steed. Sayonara. Then Rodent, ano yun, Nor will show himself to Sylvan. Like, hello.
Your Norv's friend?
Norf.
I mean rodent?
Yes, do you have any water for a bit? I'm kind of parched. I'm just running around.
I
You
mean, it's
know
not
that
wrong.
yeah, you know that I'm very thirsty because I just came. You
No, I
don't know
mean
I came
like
from Underbelly.
about being a friend to yourself, you know.
Yeah,
I
he's
consider my, I consider,
Would you
Rodent
consider
my
your
friend.
fake body a friend?
Yes.
Well then, I wouldn't know. She kind of just squats down to your level, hands you a water skin that's like probably like twice your size.
Thanks. Oh,
Imagine you pour it and he gets like waterlogged or something, drowned in.
he gets like 0.3 from your water skin, and then he says, "Gee whiz, thank you."
Fucking gee whiz.
So
So
Rodent is currently he's not around, but if there's anything I could help, what are you doing right now?
um I'm kind of looking for the others with rodent. Have you seen them around?
The others? You mean the robot and some bald man?
I mean, the robot sounds about right, but I've seen a lot of bald people. I think so.
I don't think I've seen them. I came from somewhere.
Just try your best to avoid fox-like awareness, bro.
Yes.
Wait, you're right. I just realized.
Yeah, I'm very vague.
You've seen
Um,
Albatron though.
Yeah, I didn't say his name because he might know, like, how do you
I
know?
see.
Luma.
And I have to
Anyways,
explain that Ronan explained to me, and then it's gonna get found out. I'm just going through the hoops.
But you literally went to the underbelly together. Why are you so afraid?
No,
Whoa,
we
stop it.
went with Sylvan went with Rodent, not Norb.
I see. Yeah, I remember now. Okay.
And
anyways,
then
I mean, if you don't know where they are, I'm just gonna continue roaming through the city, maybe.
okay,
Uh, I mean, tell them I'll be at over at the twisted, fuzzy toad by the maybe early night.
okay. If I see them, I'll tell them.
God damn it! Alright,
Then
see you later.
I say a wave goodbye with my little paw arm, and then Norb would like to proceed to back to Shadowtail.
All right. Then I assume both of you split up once more. You remaining
Wait,
in the Shadow District. Mm-hmm.
what you say? Where'd you go?
Huh?
Fuzzy Toad at early
Was it
night.
that early night?
Yeah, she'll roam the city, and by the early night, she'll head off to the fuzzy toad.
Alright. Word, and we'll split up, Cass.
Okay. Then you split up. You stay in the Shadow District back towards your guild. And Sylvan, you're headed off towards the merchant's quarter.
Yo.
After some
No!
after some
No!
time,
No.
you make your
No!
way off towards the merchant's quarter, find a shop that's willing to sell a few weaponry, few bits of armor, and it's just
Over.
one of those smaller stalls next to the merchant's guild.
You're just gonna stop by one of those stalls, preferably the stalls that are, just displaying weapons,
I
and
want
just
to not take
gonna
up time.
tries to get their attention.
Yeah, and they just kind of look towards you, give you a small greeting, then tell you that they have a few things in stock: weaponry, bits of armor, not the full, not full store's worth, but small things here and there.
Uh, just kind of goes like, um, I need something light, one-handed preferably, one that's good for both chopping wood and butchering bone.
So a hand axe.
That would work, yes.
Well, a hand axe would cost you 3 gold. Quite cheap, to be perfectly honest.
Is it of high quality?
Well, it's a weapon that can be used. It's of decent quality, standard.
I don't know. Of whatever, man. Fucking just toss it.
Talks like awareness it.
I mean, I would, but like, fucking, I don't care anymore. Just toss us 3 gold.
All right, he takes it and he hands it off to you. It's a standard hand axe.
Just gonna swings it a bit in the air, trying to see if like any parts fall off from just a single swing.
Nope,
You are not very trusting.
it's pretty all right. It's pretty decent, like he said.
It's pretty standard. Oh, well then, just kind of walks away.
Yeah, nothing special about it. All right. After you buy your hand axe, where are you headed off to now?
Is there anything else I need? Torches. Where would like a general store maybe? Would you
Yes.
find torches at a
Maybe.
general store?
General
you
stores
buy
do
torches?
sell the regular things. That would be like torches, rope, those kind of thing.
Oh
is
shit! Yeah, rope. Would be
general
pretty good.
store. General store stuff.
Yeah, she'll probably head off to the general store and see if she can get some decent camping gear. Like
Okay.
out in the wilderness survival gear.
Let me see if there's anything in particular that sells those kind of things. You'd still be in the same location, still within the merchant's quarter, looking around for stuff, small kind of stalls for those things, and there are a handful of them just around the mercantile guild. And you manage to find one, and he shows you his list of stuff, which just includes, the general adventuring gear, an abacus, barrel, blankets, all those kind of things. Mess kits, lanterns, rope, even rations are being sold here, and all those other smaller things. So, what do you plan to buy?
I'd be looking for like a light mess kit maybe, not too big, just maybe like a single set of utensils and a plate. Maybe not a tent, just a sleeping bag would be good enough. Some rope, torches, a skinning knife maybe.
Okay, so let's start off with the simple things. For a mess kit, that will be 1 silver.
You.
What else were you buying? Some rope.
You.
Rope, there are 2 choices between hempen and silk.
Hempen. I need
Right.
something tough.
50 feet of hempen rope is 1 gold.
You.
1 GP. What is this? Rope. For torches, it is. Let's see. Torches are 1 copper. 1 copper each. So, yeah, 1 torch, 1 copper.
Probably go for 3
And-
then.
All right, so that's 3 copper total.
6 copper total.
Oh, 6 copper. So you're gonna buy 6 torches?
No, 3. The previous 3 copper.
Oh,
from
3
the other
copper.
thing.
There's no 3 copper.
Eh?
What?
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 It's
Huh?
1 silver
Nani?
musket, 1 GP rope.
Ah, 1 silver. I see. So it's 3 copper now for the torches.
Yeah, 3 copper for torches. And lastly,
Sleeping bag.
a sleeping bag. They do tell you that they don't have a smaller sleeping bag. They have a tent that they have currently being sold on sale for a gold. It's a 2-person tent.
She doesn't like packing heavy, so she'll just decline and probably just ask for a tarp to fucking take cover under or something.
They tell you that they have a blanket that they can sell for 3 silver.
Then yeah, sure, a blanket's good enough.
All right. 3 silver blanket. Then this is all you're going to be buying.
Is there like a knife, skinning knife, good for cutting, butchering, not bone this time?
Let's see. They don't have any kind of hunting equipment. The regular smaller knives like daggers and whatnot could be used for that kind of ordeal. They do have that on sale for a gold per dagger.
Then sure, a dagger, a single dagger.
All right. Then that's all you're planning to buy. That is 2 gold, 3 copper, 4 silver.
You're missing 1 musket.
That is 1 silver per musket.
Yes. And yeah, that is all I'll buy. Hopefully she can make it to the Fuzzy Toad before night.
Okay. So, now, I'm going to be asking the rest of the party, what are you guys doing? Argilla, those that are currently there, Argilla, Alvar, and Arthur.
Then I will start with a question to the party. Do we immediately head out to the north side, or do we first try and find if Sylvan actually left?
Jill will look at the rest and say, I suggest we wait at the north gate. We go there immediately and wait for her to appear there. If she doesn't appear within a few hours, then we can assume that she's already outside.
Alright, I'll trust in you. I agree with
I
Argilla.
agree.
I would also like to head to the North Gate because she kind of left a while ago, being in a hurry for the quest. So I'm assuming he's there.
Okay. So all 3 of you will start making your way towards the north gate. What path will you guys be taking?
Towards the north gate. Oh, I don't know. You know what? Actually, I'll
Let me move
suggest
you
to
guys
the
a little bit.
party. Do we split up in different paths, and see if we can find Sylvan along the way, or do we all head straight to the north gate as fast as we can?
And that is a good point. I suggest we pass through places where she likely would stop by. Assuming that she's going there solo, I would assume she would be gathering supplies before the trip. Hopefully that's not metagaming because, that's kind of what you
Yeah,
usually
it
do.
would make sense. I agree too.
What is the verdict? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So we all
Yeah.
head there as a party.
well, we pass through there. We can go. I suggest we go together, actually. I feel a bad feeling of splitting the party.
Of a complication.
Yes.
Then you know what? I'll agree with Argilla's
Hmm.
suggestion.
It would be quite reckless to act that way.
Stop!
I agree. We need to prevent as much complications as we can.
Stop! Bruh.
Very well, let us head straight to the north gate. And pray she will not be there before we are.
All right. Then from the residential quarter, as you're making your way towards the north gate, taking the shortest path you can make, you do bump into Sylvan, currently kind of making her way down towards the residential quarter. And you see that she's bringing a handful of things with her now. Quick question, Sylvan, do you even have a bag?
Yes, I do. I bought one
Oh.
when I first session, I think.
Okay. Then yeah, you see that she has a considerable amount of things in her backpack now. A few torches, a large blanket on the top, and even a kind of long strip of rope that she has on the side.
Joe will like raise his voice and as he sees the Sylvan. Sylvan, are you heading towards the forest in the north, perhaps?
Oh, oh yeah, I was looking for you. Not you specifically, but the group. Which she like looks around to see if everyone else is there. Are they?
Yeah, I'll just say that Chester is following along with you guys as well. So, for the most part, everyone is here aside from North.
The rat.
The rat. Then, yeah. So, she like starts walking up to you guys, pulls out this paper. There was this request from the Adventurers Guild. I went up north to the North Gate to ask some questions about it, and figured I can't do it on my own, so I was looking for you.
Uh, Arjula will look at the note. It says 200, right? Where he's holding it.
Yes.
Arjula pulls out the new one and says, "It appears they have patched this note."
I see.
Points at the 500.
20d6 rocks fall on your head.
Wait, that was a good one.
Bruh.
Not good
Oh.
enough.
Wait, we've been adventuring for quite a while. As a token of our friendship, I would like to offer you some gifts. And I distribute.
20d6
Let me see how
rocks.
much pirate paper I have.
From Cebu.
Yo,
Yeah,
stop
from Cebu.
doxing someone. Yo. You're doxing.
Oh, he's doxed.
No.
All right. How much pyro paper did you have? I'm not sure about that. Good question.
I don't think it's saved.
If I remember, it was 5 that you bought before, because each one was 1 gold.
Yeah. I spent one.
Hold on.
Nice.
Just let me let me check. Let me check. I should have it within my notes how much you bought. Yeah, you only bought 5.
They were kind of expensive, right?
It was 1 gold per pyro paper, and you don't have a lot of money, so you only bought 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I distribute. Well, I distribute the 4. I give it to the party here currently, which is Sylvan, Arthur, Argilla, and Albatron.
How about
One
me?
one each?
Yeah, 1 each.
How about me?
Are you
Where
here?
are you?
You aren't even there.
Nice.
I'm not there.
Wait, didn't he meet with Sylvan? Wait.
I didn't meet
We
them.
made up and we split.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we split up.
Speaking
Right.
of which, do you
I-
share that information, so
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't specifically know the rat, so no.
Oh. Arjula will receive the pirate paper from Chester, and he notes to, he says out loud, "Oh, that reminds me of something. I have to send a message. Thank you for this." And I walk to the nearest alleyway.
Ooh, I was planning on, you could use it to communicate to us, to me, your friend.
Oh,
But you can use it
in
however you like.
time.
It's fine. It's
Um,
fine.
Worry
Adjust
not.
the
I
styles.
have spare pirate paper. I just you reminded me of me sending a message. So thank
Before
you.
you leave, Argila, I suggest we make a plan of action on what we're gonna do. Shall we do this quest tomorrow? We supply ourselves with necessary equipment and meet at the North Gate by 12.
Very specific.
Do you
It
think
seems like
we
you already had it
are?
planned.
Are we not prepared enough? It seems that this mission is of quite grave import, and considering the disappearance of the adventurers, the
Well, if
sooner we
everyone is
find them,
prepared.
the better.
What time is it currently? Is it 4 p.m.?
it's around 5 now.
Ah, I see. So, if we all have either dark vision or torches, then I suggest we can go.
Well,
Oh,
I
I
have
have
neither,
noticed.
so let us let us return to our quarters for the night. I do not believe we can
All
find them in
right.
the darkness.
Okay. Then let me ask a question. When do people normally set out to adventures? Adventures actually, it's like 9
Morning,
a.m.
right?
normal.
It
Then let
is
us.
again case by case. There are some certain quests that require you to go at night, some at afternoon, some like that. So
It's not
it's
like the 9 to 5 they
generally,
clock
yeah,
in.
generally any time.
I suggest if we're all fine with it, we'll leave early in the morning. Like 7 a.m., 7:30.
Sure. I gotta say though about that pirate paper. Do you guys have any ink?
I have a bit
No.
with me.
In my house, I have.
Might as well bring an ink and a pen, a cool pen, perhaps.
How about the pineapple?
Pineapple? What?
A
Pineapple?
pineapple apple pen. All right. So we meet at 9 by which gate? Chester's
The
asking.
North Gate.
North gate. Wait, we have new quarters, right, Arthur? At the Adventurers Guild?
Is it part of the membership?
I
Was it
believe,
part?
through the power of
Power of asking DM.
let me remember. Let me remember. I'm currently remembering.
What's the
Did it
question?
cost?
Do we have our own quarters or like rooms at least to like sleep in the Adventurers Guild?
You not in the Adventurers Guild. There mostly aren't for for sleeping, but they do have rooms that you can take, which are usually cheaper than any other place.
And I'm assuming you don't have any money for this, Chester.
I have 8 silver. That should be enough.
Let me remember how much it costs.
For the adventures,
Yeah, because then
Yes.
yeah.
The usual prices for the Adventurers Guild is 2 silver a night, but the place is generally safer and more comfortable than other places.
2 silver. That's kind of expensive for me, but yeah, sure.
It's 6 copper for this, right? Where we are right now.
In the Fuzzy Toad, it's 3 copper.
3 copper. Okay, I'm staying
Damn,
with
that's
Fuzzy
cheap.
Toad.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, now that I think about it, I can afford that better than 2 silver. I will subtract
I'm,
3
I'm
copper.
assuming we're all splitting up, and we meet.
I am heading
early
back
in
to the
dawn.
Fuzzy Toad.
I will be resupplying and
Looks
pretending
like
to.
you and Sylvan will be going the same direction.
I will be. I'll just say to Arthur, Argila, that. I'll try to see if I can speed up your request.
Thank you. And I will see if I can find any more information in the meantime.
And I only say this to Argila. I'm not sure if anyone else can hear it. I don't know our relative distance to each other.
Okay. Then between the two of you, as you have a small conversation, eventually you guys, I assume all of you are gonna start splitting up and going wherever you need to go.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yo.
Then time to roll for initiative once more. See who goes first, who goes last, and what you guys are all doing.
Why does my initiative always sucks?
It's based
I'll
on
go
dexterity,
first.
so also your
Yep.
roll is kind of bad.
I'll go first.
You're gonna have a nat one, watch.
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Can you set
It's
mine to last? Yes,
me.
I have to do something.
Yeah, sure, why not? Okay,
Me.
so Norv, you are indeed going first. And as you make your way into that same inn, back into the Shadowtail Guild, you watch as everyone seems to be quite tired for now. Looks like it's about sleeping hours for most of the informants within the guild. Aside from Ulpart, who seems to be just reading on a few notes. And it's quite quiet within the guild today. And you see him just kind of turn towards you, give you a quick look. About time you made your way back.
What?
I said, about time you made your way back.
Sorry, I've been I've been on the underbelly and my ears are kind of adjusting. Anyways, what's the news for today?
That's the issue. Still haven't heard anything from the Western Front. Which, by the way, we've already searched through familiars using the orb and everything. We seem to be unable to reach anything past the western side of Hadrim.
Familiars are not coming back, or it's just
No, the familiars at a certain point disappear.
at the western?
Yeah. You watch as there is a small map like on his table, and he's just so I can show you this part. This one right here. Anything past Hadrim right now. Anything
Sorry.
past Hadrim, he can't. He tells you that they're familiars, nor their scrying orbs or anything of the like, seem to be unable to reach that side.
I can't see anything. I am only seeing a white screen.
Oh, can everyone see this map?
I can see it.
We can see it. It's because he's
I
in a
can
different
see
map,
it.
right?
No,
Yeah,
he should be
I
back
can see it
to.
Oh, there you go.
It
I
just took
still
about
It just took a
time.
while to load. It took a while to
Yeah.
load.
It's a big map. Yeah, it's still blurry, but can you just? It's unfamiliar with the layout.
It's somewhere towards the western side, around this part. Old part tells you that everything just kind of dies out at that point.
Have you tried sending scouts, not just familiars?
We didn't think the need to, since most of the adventurers are being sent to the west to figure out the situation. If you've ever been to the Adventurers Guild, you might notice that there's a few of them there now. Most of them have been sent to the west or have already started running.
Hmm. So you're gonna ask the Adventurers Guild for help? I can go reconnaissance, I guess.
You're planning to make a long trip to the west?
We are a guild of information. Information is gold. It's a good investment.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if you make your way to the west and walk into a band of army men from the Svartal Empire, then we'd be losing one particularly important member of the guild. I wouldn't suggest you doing so, but your confidence is reassuring at the least.
Of course, I won't go immediately, but I need to prep up.
That means you need some gold forehand.
Don't worry. I'm planning to do one mission, one quest from the Adventurers Guild, and then I'll buy supplies. Probably won't take long. Hopefully.
Speaking of, you watch as he starts kind of walking over towards the table, one of the tables that has the scrying orb. He just kind of looks through. You see your group kind of meet with each other for a quick moment and then begin to split up. Some of them headed towards the market district. A few of them, mostly actually a lot of them, headed back to the residential quarter to go sleep. You watch, it looks like everyone's making their way for a rest. I suggest doing one particular thing. We've been keeping an eye on your other informant friend. And he just kind of switches in between, looking at Argilla. Seems to be on to something quite important you might want to ask.
Okay.
Oh, and if he decides not to tell you, just shove him this. And he hands you what seemingly is a coin. Uh,
The king's coin.
The king's coin. This is the king's coin.
it is, it is a very different looking coin.
It's not gold.
It's not a gold coin. It's like a some kind of token.
Alright, what do you want me to tell him?
Just ask about certain things in the underbelly of the city. We really can't reach that corner, and with the king's coin being there and all, we might want some information that he has, such as, you know, the current standing of the king's coin, certain locations in the underbelly, anything that you can pick up from him.
Fine. I'll take a rest first, since I just got back from the underbelly and I probably got stabbed somewhere, but
Speaking of stabbed, where's your puppet? I've been wondering why you walked around the streets alone. Might I remind you, we are still considered monsters around these parts. They won't hesitate to just stab us, thinking we're regular rats.
yeah, there was some rats. Not our rats, not civilized. The rats that,
Savages?
yes, savage rats. But I think they have a kingdom below. They have a base there somewhere. Apparently it's called the Ratway. Is that right? Wait. Was it Ratway? Let me check downtime. Yeah, the Ratway.
Wow.
I think there's an army of rats appearing there, but I'm not sure if it's still a problem for now. But it's still in the underbelly, so it's not a problem here above.
This is some pretty valuable information. Oh, you deserve something for that. You watch him start piling through his cabinets looking for stuff, and he just hands you a small bag of coin.
Nice, because I have all out of coin. What to give? How much?
15 gold.
Ah, Amen. What's his name again? Amen. Old part. Alright, then I'll look for somewhere to sleep. I take a bath, look for somewhere to sleep. Like, we probably have a bed here somewhere.
Yeah, you do have sleeping quarters for the guild.
Yeah.
That is for free for you.
Hell yeah, baby.
All right. So, with that being said, as you head off to bed, and everyone else, I assume, heads off to bed on their side.
Argila actually would be doing something because it's still in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, I would also be
It's
buying stuff.
almost evening.
Yeah, no, that's enough time, I think.
Time.
Hey,
I want to buy something though first.
we would have been doing nothing if we went to the next day, so might as well.
Yeah, sure. But again, this will be taking a bit of time from your current standing.
No, bro. But everyone else is gonna sleep though.
It's your fault. Not my fault. Not my fault.
Oh, it's only 3 still. 4. Never mind.
Right. So the two of you are going to be buying some stuff. Just just tell me what you're gonna buy, and I'll tell you,
question.
the stuff that you're gonna.
I have rations from the previous adventure that I never used. Is it rotting already or something?
Usually my rules for food and water and stuff is, unless I say that you require to do something, for the most part you don't need to worry about it.
So I'm assuming my water skin and rations are still usable.
Yes.
Alright, then all I need is oil and a hooded lantern. So I would like to buy it again,
Okay. For Argilla, what are you buying?
I'm not buying anything. I'm actually gonna try to arrange a meeting real quick. So what I will do is I will find an alleyway, and well, I guess I'll do it on my turn, right? So let them do it first.
Okay. So, aside from you, actually, Arthur is just going to head off to buy a, what do you call it? A hooded lantern and some oil. So that won't really necessarily spend a lot of time.
I see. Okay, never mind then.
Um,
Ignore my previous messages.
What? Where?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, if time allows it, you'd like to visit Yardius. Sure.
I would like. I don't actually know what Yardius does. All I know is he sells magical stuff. Can I buy magical scrolls? Does magical scrolls, where I just open it and activate, actually exist in D&D? I don't actually know how magic works.
That's how scrolls work. For the most
I
part,
see.
people that can't cast spells use scrolls as a supplement to casting spells. But scrolls are pretty expensive depending on the level of spell. In
And
which
then one time we used
case,
to.
yeah, we start off with you, Arthur. You make your way towards the merchant's quarter. You look around for Yardius Balwarum, one of the mages from the Sedalian theocracy who has made their way here to the capital city of Goldenvale to set up a small shop. And as you make your way through, you see that white-scaled Drelon look back towards you, just kind of with a happy smile. Quite late in the night, don't you think, Arthur?
Wait, he said Raylan. I thought he was a white furred tiger. Okay, never mind. Okay. The token. Okay, the token looked like he was a tiger. Okay.
It's
my
actually
bad.
Yardius. Huh?
Yeah. It's Yardius. That's
Yeah,
my buddy.
so I'll do a quick time skip. Yardius, I need your help. It looks like we've been given a pretty difficult mission. And I'll show him the thing. Do you have any scrolls per chance that will help me if there's any danger, in the forest?
Do you give him the paper to read?
Yes.
It takes a while, but as he's kind of reading it quite expeditiously, as best as he can, at least.
Read.
He's actually like reading it like pretty in depth. He's like looking at it, trying to figure out exactly what this is. He looks off towards you. Any information that you may want to add with this? The situation seems quite how you would say, familiar.
Actually, I just realized. Do I even have the paper?
You
Of the mission?
probably should.
Oh, okay.
This is the paper I gave you, right? Or
This is the expedition.
The 500
lost
GP line,
special.
right?
oh, okay.
Yeah. It looks like I don't actually remember anything. It looks like there would be an unfamiliar monster, in the North Forest. So I don't really know what to expect. So if there's any defensive scrolls or of the like that can help us in case it's stronger than we expect, that would be appreciated.
Defensive scrolls. Well, I do have just recently written a few scrolls of shielding that may be quite useful.
Can I ask what this does?
Quite simply, if you get attacked, a shield will appear. Should you use the scroll beforehand?
And see, how much does this cost?
Let me see for a moment. You watch as he kind of looks through his stuff. Quite expensive spell scrolls. It would be 50 gold. I'll give you a discount with that already.
I see. Wait. How does this scrolls work specifically? So, as long as I cast it, any attack, I'm assuming, can be blocked of a certain
Not
level?
necessarily. It's a scroll of shield. It casts the shield spell, and the shield spell gives you +2 AC. I think it's a reaction. So you can use the scroll as a reaction and gives
I
you
see.
+2 to your AC.
And this is a one. How long does this last?
It lasts until your next turn, if I remember correctly. Give me a moment to check.
50 gold
Shield.
only for that.
Yeah, scrolls are expensive.
Also, not as useful as I expected.
Yeah, but you do get to cast it without needing to without requiring the race and everything.
Yes,
the job.
but it's a reaction though, and I am a rune knight which uses reactions.
Up to you if you want to use this instead of something else.
True, true, true. Hmm.
Actually,
Then,
it's not +2. It's actually +5.
huh. You know what?
Yeah, it's +5.
Alright,
+2 is the Shield of Faith.
alright. You know what?
Yeah.
Since it's a 500 GP mission, best to be prepared. Also, I also asked him if he perchance has a hooded lantern and oil, along with the scroll.
A hooded lantern and oil, of course. We have a few of those in stock. You watch as he starts kind of rifting through his chest of goodies in the back, and after a while, he just kind of hands it off to you. Still, would be nice if I had some extra information regarding this creature you may be dealing with.
The guild receptionist didn't give us any more information. All we know that even three adventurers, no, oh yeah, three adventurers, two humans and one bard went missing because of them.
Is the creature local to the chain marches, or
It seems to be a. I don't remember actually. Wait, let me out of character. He said out of forest, a new monster, right? An unknown monster.
yeah?
Forest, a monster not from this place.
Okay, it was a monster not from this place. And then because the reward was up from 200 to 500, there's no reason for me to not be safe.
Now, regardless of that, just in case this may be the creature that I am thinking of, you might need this. And you watch as he
Is it
just
free?
kind of pulls up from his pockets a small bead, it looks like. Take it on the house for being a regular customer.
Thank you. Even though I've only visited here twice in my lifetime. And then, can I ask what this is?
It's a bead of force. Let's just say it's quite expensive, quite regularly, but it will create a explosion where you would throw said bead.
I see. Thank you, friend. I'll remember this. And then I'll take all of that and pay him how much I need to pay. Gratefully.
Alright. So that's 50 gold.
Included hooded lantern and oil?
For the hooded lantern and oil. Give me a quick sec if I can find this lantern. Hooded lantern is 3 gold here.
I see.
For
the oil?
oil, it would be a flask of oil here is 1 silver.
Then I will buy 1 silver worth of oil.
Okay. All right. So I assume after you buy all your stuff, you're gonna head back to the Fuzzy Toad to sleep.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna write a pirate paper note, that decrypts what Argila, wrote, but addressed. Can I address it to the Fuzzy Toad Inn where I'm at, but the name isn't specified?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do that. To make it look like I received it.
Okay. All right. So that is what's going to happen. Argilla, for the night, you're going to be preparing yourselves. Where are you going and what are you doing?
Yes, well, as soon as we split up, Argila will head to Ye nearest alleyway and double check to see if there's anyone watching him first.
Make me a perception check.
Your
There
rolls are
is-
high.
There's something on your shoulder.
What?
You only notice it now, but it seems as though during that small time you had a talk with Damokos, it seems as though he put a strange creature, perhaps a familiar, on your shoulder. You see a very tiny eyeball with like with small wings and like claws for hands, just kind of sticking on your shoulder, looking at you, watching your surroundings.
I'd like to grab it.
You very easily grab it, and it looks like it's not even moving. It's just observing your whole situation.
I talked to the eyeball. Didn't trust me, I see.
And as you say those words, you see the eyeball begin to just kind of disintegrate in front of you.
Thank God I checked first. Oh my God. I'll check again.
There's another one on your other shoulder now. It looks like that was it. He was keeping tabs on you.
So nobody noticed?
No one did.
Let me try to remember if I said anything important. We only talked about the. Okay, I did not reveal it. Wait, so I'm now clear. I know, like, as far as I'm aware, nothing's looking at me anymore with that roll.
Yes. As far as you're aware, good thing that you even checked to begin with, because that thing was on you for quite some time.
Oh, okay. So there's no one there,
There's no one there,
as far as I'm aware.
as far as you're
Nice.
aware.
Can I do one more perception check?
No,
Bro
Uh,
is panicking.
there's no one there.
Bro got compromised once. And now it's panicking.
Mm, I write, meet me where you fired the shots after dark. There's something I need to tell you, and it's addressed to uh, Mr. Hylark Eckert.
All right. After you finish writing his name, it burns away, and I assume you're just going to wait somewhere within that area.
Yes, where we last met. That's where I'm waiting.
Yeah, so you're waiting in the artisan district then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You head to the artisan district, and by the time that you get there, you already see him just kind of sitting down in one of the posh looking kind of potted plant areas. He has what seems to be a large cigar in his mouth, and his dog seems to be eating some kind of kobold-like creature.
As I'm walking towards him, I say, "You are quite brazenly showing yourself for a man who's wanted throughout the city."
Well, not particularly brazen, but well enough so that I know people aren't around.
Well, if you can guarantee that you want to be followed, then I should be at ease as well. There are a couple of things I would like to tell you, but as I've learned recently in the underbelly, information for information. Do you agree?
And who told you this? Some belly fisher on the underneath?
Well, I've made a few connections as of late, which you will learn, of course, if you give me the information I seek myself.
You see him kind of take a good puff of his smoke for a quick moment, turn towards you. Well then, if you're looking for information, I can give it, provided that you can answer a few of my questions in return. Just kind of takes another whiff.
Of course, but I'm a bit in a poetic mood, so allow me to say something. I see fire, rain of arrows. I see a street washed with blood. Bodies strewn about. I see an inn. A sign that says Saxon. I see soldiers from a distant land. Blue bright banners. I see an explosion. Wood and stone debris flying. I see a demon standing above the shadow of a dragon.
He kind of ponders it for a quick moment. You know who speaks like that? Prophets.
Gretel. Prophets or madmen? What do you think?
Well, from all of this, takes a quick whiff once more. Soldiers from a distant land, blue bright banners. All I can think of are soldiers from the Faversham place that you call far towards the eastern side from here. They have a bright blue symbol. All their soldiers wear this kind of blue uniform as well. Aside from the rest, all warlock prophecies. An inn that says Saxon. Haven't been there. A demon standing over a shadow of a dragon. Something like a madman might say. Besides, what's this poetic mood you've put yourself into? And why are you reading poems to a guy like me? You in love?
Well, I did say it was a poet, prophet or a madman. We came across a person who seemed quite adamant to tell us this story before they left. And it took us a while to decipher what they meant. We were not able to understand what he said at the time, but this is what he said. I tell you this now because, well, of course, there are words of war here, as is what is happening over in the west, but that last line I find quite interesting. The shadow of a dragon. And as I recall, you were looking for a dragon yourself.
That's exactly right. Looking for the dragon of war, as they would call him. Last seen over the Svartal Empire. A dragon of silver shining wings that look like blades. Quite hard to imagine they'd make their way over here though. But that's exactly why I even signed on with all this shenanigans that you put yourself into. Whether or not this dragon is real, I'll be there to kill it.
You slay a dragon.
Hard to imagine there's any hero around these parts trying to look for another great kill of a dragon. So if ain't none else, I'll do it.
Going back to the last line, I see a demon standing above the shadow of a dragon. Are you familiar with any demons, Mr. Tylark?
Met with a few before. Handled some cases with demons taking over human bodies and whatnot. But with the war going on, I'd assume that the demon they're talking about isn't even a demon.
Go on.
How do you suppose the people from the Chained Marches call the Illiday?
I am not familiar with that. I am not from here.
Well, people from the Chained Marches call Illiday demon. Well, that's what you have there.
Interesting. Are you familiar with the name Asharam?
You see him kind of confused. Not that I remember. I don't remember any Asheram name in one of my bounty kills, nor have I heard said name.
Very well. I would like to tell you that you are currently being searched for by, well, every single guard in the city. They are all under the command of a demon, quote unquote, by the name of Damakos. It appears he is a man of high standing, and he says that the mage hunters are looking for you. He's a quite meticulous man, mind, even planted some form of scrying familiar to examine and observe me. Fortunately, I found it before it was too late.
You see him smile when you mention his name. Damakos is a old buddy of mine. If he's looking for me, then that means that he needs something in particular skills that I may have, such as, of course, tracking individuals. Might be my way out from being wanted from the city, of course.
So you plan on meeting with this man?
Eventually. But should the situation call for it, I might call on you and your friends that you've made in the city for help.
Very well. One more thing before I go. Do you have any opinions on the King's Coin?
Aside from having this entire city in the palm of their hands, quite literally, their leader is someone that I can't quite touch.
Do you believe they are key to finding this dragon of yours?
Perhaps not yet.
Suppose I say I have some form of connection with him. What would you do?
What we agreed on.
Very well. And that is all. If there is nothing you need from me, I will be heading back to my quarters. Contact me whenever through Pyra, if possible. We'll keep in touch.
You see him tip his hat, throw away the last of the cigar he has in his mouth, and stand up. Quickly brush himself off and start walking into the dead of the night.
Argelo will enter the shadows and leave as well.
All right.
I know the demon.
I don't. I could tell you guys,
Okay.
but I'm secretive.
I think I know.
I mean, you guys probably know, like, Cass is giving us information that we would benefit if we shared with one another, but because we're not.
Not even
No,
the ones
speaking out of
who
character.
hired you.
It might be the same demon from one of our campaigns.
Oh, maybe. I mean, for the reason why I'm not like telling you yet to Arthur yet is because I'm first trying to get more information, and then I'll tell you. So
Of course.
that's why I met with Tylark in the first place.
All right. Argilla, what else are you planning to do for the night?
Nothing. Probably head back to the Fuzzy Toad, look over my shoulder every 5 seconds while doing that, and then, call in for a night. I walk immediately to the innkeep, drop 3 copper, and head to bed.
All right. Then everyone else aside from Alver and what is this? Rodent. Subtract 3 copper from your persons. That will be your in payment for the night. And as everyone gets
Already did.
full rest, Everyone
Ah, so-
gains an
Sorry, I have
inspiration.
a question. How do I
Hell
add
yes, that's-
the
Oh, yeah, you
Inspiration
only have
too,
one
right?
inspiration.
'Cause it's
Yes.
full
No,
rest.
it
It's
doesn't
a full
stack
rest.
anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you only have inspiration, so it won't stack.
Then yeah, you just have one.
Question. How do I add the bead inside me?
Oh,
The equipment,
Eh?
equipment. How do I add it?
you just write it down. Just put it there that you have a bead of force.
Okay. No weight and stuff.
It is a small bead, so not necessary.
Chester
Okay.
is snoring.
You sleep for the night, and by the morning, your stomachs grumble for food, and you have stuff yet to do.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Time for an
Rise and grind.
adventure.
Oh yeah. Do we have to roll con save here to wake up first, or?
Not necessary. Just tell me what you guys are going to be doing, since all of you are generally in the same spot.
Yeah, Argilla is
yeah.
just gonna get breakfast and then head straight to the North Gate with the others. I'm guessing if whoever's in the Folito as well, I will head out with them
I'll be
together.
doing the same, but I'll be bringing the fire paper. There's the encryption.
Because I did a long rest, Rodent should be back naked.
What?
Naked and
Naked.
afraid.
Yes, I do have extra clothes.
Oh, you're gonna reclothe him?
I'm gonna reclothe him. I'll look for a hat in the guild as well.
I'll just say that you have like a area with spare hats, the same
Yes,
one that you
sir.
have.
Oh, didn't mention. Yeah, took off my chainmail then that night.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
you're right because
Yeah, and
Yeah,
prepared
that's fine.
myself again.
Alright.
So,
Then
everyone
I'll
has
look
full rest.
I'll look at the. I'll get something to eat. I'll look at the orb. I'll see. I'm gonna stalk Argilla
what?
and see where he's going.
What I do, bro?
Where are you going?
No, well, everyone is going straight to the fucking the North Gate after breakfast because we're gonna go do the quest. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'll also go to the North Gate then. How far
You're
is it?
using what? What are you using?
I have a magic orb, a
A
clairvoyant
scrying
orb.
orb.
Yeah, in our
Oh,
guild.
that's broken.
yeah.
Oh, it's community use. Everyone can see
How is
it.
that balanced?
It's community use.
Communities.
Also, since Shadow Tail is neutral, anyone can use this.
Oh well, you could tell us that, but you won't because you're a bitch.
I mean, now anyone in the guild can use this, and you can
Oh,
buy the
okay.
information from us. With a little bit of
Oh,
content. But you don't know
Ah.
that. You probably know
we do
that,
not.
but yeah, alright. I'm
Alright.
going to the gate, North Gate as well.
Okay,
No, I
Ashuma,
can
everyone
shift.
is all going to meet up in the North Gate. You can't shift with the with a Steam
Aw.
Deck.
Yep.
No.
You know how I've been typing? I've been using the D-pad to like.
Yo.
Dear God.
Is there
You
no
can
like
probably
touchscreen for that?
It is touchscreen, but it's not good. Honestly, like,
Oh.
why would I touch screen when I could just do it faster by,
D-pad.
Isn't there an app for Roll20 where you can chat?
He is in
Oh,
Roll
that's-
20. It's on desktop mode,
I
but it's
am in
in his Steam
Roll20.
Deck.
I'm using a
in
browser.
Mobile,
know.
mobile.
Check Discord. Check Discord. I literally
Oh.
sent it.
Yeah, there's an app. There's an app that you can use to chat. You can't see the map, but you can chat on it.
Really? There's only
wanna see the
a
map.
chat function? That's weird.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, off
Nice.
tangent topic. You guys start making your way off towards the North Gate, and eventually, as all of you reconvene, the only one there that you can quite honestly haven't seen in a while is a rodent with surprisingly some new clothes.
aha. And it's new clothes. It's fine clothes.
Yeah, some fine
Rodent.
clothing.
It's been a while.
Yes, sir.
What brings you here?
I'm here.
Didn't
What
you guys
brings you
just
here?
met yesterday though?
We didn't.
We
In the
didn't.
underbelly?
No, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like,
I see.
what
Okay.
brings you here, Rodin?
Well, I've heard of, you know, a quest in the Adventurers Guild, and I was hoping I could join in and get some of the money.
Oh,
And how did you hear that?
So rude.
Oh,
true. No. That's true.
I look at
That's
Arjula.
true. That's
You
true.
should.
How did you hear about that?
I look at
Are
Arjula
you
like
perhaps
you should know
metagaming?
about it. I look at Arjula. You should know about it.
Fair, fair.
Anyways, Arjula, I have something to tell you. Can we speak over there? And I point somewhere, like far from the party.
Very well. A bit confused.
Then, oh, and no one can hear us because we're using message. Nice. I tell him, Arjula, this is North.
I am aware.
This is business. And I show him the coin. Cass.
You show him the coin and Argilla.
What coin is this?
It seems to be well, at the very least, there is a mark of a key and a knife on it.
And it's a coin?
It's a coin, yeah.
Am I aware of the significance of the coin?
For the most part within the guild, it's used for heavy favors.
And who gave you this?
Someone in my guild as well. I need information on the king's coin and the underbelly.
Guys, who do I know would possess these coins? So basically, you give it to someone in the knife and key, and they're supposed to do something for you, right?
Yeah.
What's this like? Who owns these keys or these coins?
For the most part, they branch heads have them.
So
And very rarely they're given to, you know, the lower the goons, as you might call them.
The goons.
So it's likely it's either a branch head or the boss, then, right?
Yes.
Holy shit!
I'll just show him. I won't give him yet. Pretty sure you know what this is. And I do like a coin trick.
As a
Yeah.
rat? Oh wait, no, never mind. You're not.
He's puppeteering a coin trick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it fell. Oh, let me just pick it up.
If it falls down the grate, oh, I get
Yeah,
gone
it
down.
falls down. It starts rolling into a grate, never to be seen
Wait.
again.
That's the reckless action, right?
Yeah, reckless action.
Simplification.
I ask. I need information on the king's coin, as much as I can give. It seems there's things happening. The war is moving, and the king's coin might be the center of it.
Interesting. I have quite a few things to share myself, but I will need to know who gave this coin to you.
Sorry?
I would share my information, but I would need to know who gave this coin to you, and the coin itself as well.
It's from a higher up in my guild.
The guild master, perhaps.
It's my boss.
I would need a word with him when we are done with this. But yes, very well. Hand it over.
I need information first. You know, the underbelly. changed me. I need information first. Then
Do not worry. If this is what you are paying, then I will uphold my end of the bargain.
I think I should pay it. I give it. Let's see.
Sorry, did you, wait, I received it or?
I'm sorry. I'm checking my characteristics for a bit. Oh, I am a free spirit. Sure, take it.
Very well then. This is what I know, and I will show you the. I'll talk about the letter that we got from the prophet, the mumbling man. We also talk about.
Wait.
I'll talk about the out of character, but I'll guess the rest will be in character. So after I talk about the letter, Argelo will continue and say. So far, so good. Any questions about the letter, or
I'll tell my boss. Oh, I'll tell my boss about it.
very
Um,
well? This one's a big one, so you might want to remember all of this.
Alright.
Argilla
Finish.
pulls out his shirt.
Whoa.
Hey yo.
Hey, yeah. You see,
he
bro?
shows off. He shows off the mark on his chest.
What's that?
Wait,
Can everyone see this?
do we see this happening or what?
I guess
No,
we
no,
do.
we're
pulled
away
to the
from
side.
everyone, right?
They got
We're away
pulled
from
to the
everyone.
side.
Yeah, but we can see you like pulling your shirt up.
It's discreet. It's discreet. It's not like I'm gonna be like, like, hey man, and then just pull out my fucking
So
chest.
it's like pulling your
But
shirt
we
when you're
could still
peeing.
see because you are, like doing it.
I'm doing
Well,
a
it's
Kabedon
probably gonna
on
be in
Argilla.
like a dark area, Oh, sure, Kabedon, it'll be hard to see. Okay, I'll be facing away from the party then.
Yeah, but this still doesn't stop us from assuming like, oh, you're pulling your shirt up for some reason.
Yeah, sure, you can ask that, but like, it's not like I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, we just see you like kind of pulling
Okay,
your shirt up.
no, I'm like slowly tucking, like pulling my shirt to the side. That's it.
Hey yo.
Hey, yeah. Fine.
Well, that's if you guys are attentive in the first place. Aren't you guys like
Yeah,
supposed to
because
be
we're
getting ready
waiting
or
for
something?
you. We have nothing
We're
else to
waiting.
do.
Very fine.
I'm
Well,
eating though. I'm eating,
know what?
so I probably wouldn't care.
For that, I'm gonna roll perception test.
Perception then.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna roll perception.
That's
Then
easy.
Leaving this-
Who's actually? It's
you
only
can
4 of us,
roll
right? Is Albatron with us, by the way?
Stealth.
Yes.
Alvar is with you, yes. He will meet
Yeah,
after, he was in the barracks and I assume he went here.
Yep.
Well, I think they see you. raising
Only
your
Albatron
shirt
so
up.
far.
You do have inspiration, so if you want to use that.
I'm not using it. No, both of them see it.
well,
they can't necessarily see
but
what
Yeah.
you're doing with the shirt, but they can see you pull up your shirt.
Just
off
slightly.
towards
It's not like I'm gonna
the
do
road.
the entire thing,
Like BL.
Stop.
Argilla, you make my heart.
Yo, yo, I didn't sign up for this.
You see, I have made a
Whoa.
deal with the banker.
Is that a mole? What is that?
This, my friend, is part of the deal.
What is it? Explain.
It's Ligma.
It's Ligma.
It's different from what you saw before, actually, Argila. As you turn to see what that thing is around your, would now be around your chest area that you see this. There is what looks to be thorns, like a tattoo of a thorn around your left chest area.
Near the heart, I'm sure.
Arms and chest.
Your left breast. There is a tattoo of a thorn, or several thorns now.
It appears it is spreading.
What are those supposed to be?
And let us say that this is, of course, confidential. I am sharing this to you because I appreciate. Well, no, you gave me the coin, so I have no choice. But I would appreciate it if you did not tell this to people outside your circle.
Not a word.
What are they doing over there? He's pulling his shirt up.
Kinda weird.
Do I hear that?
No, you don't. We're whispering to each other. If we can't hear you, you can't hear us.
Yep.
I'm pretty
True,
sure he
true.
can't hear us because I'm using message.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, obviously, but we could
But he's
see
not.
him pulling his shirt up.
He
Yeah,
can.
it looks like they're doing some sus behavior in like some shady part of
Yeah. Well, when
behind the
Argilla,
building, but you know.
when Argilla raises his shirt, I'm like touching his chest, like, ooh, what is
Eh?
this? I'm
Stop.
No.
Argilla,
I think we should call them.
you're very. Alright,
This is very serious, my friend. Anyway,
Yeah. You have very well defined muscles.
Yo, where's the tension, bro?
you must.
Yeah,
roll tension.
No one's.
what type of
Okay.
tension, huh?
Oh, no tension. Look at that, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
it's-
will just continue. But yeah, he's just like,
Yeah.
I have made a deal with the banker from the King's coin, and it appears we use the demon's contract. I am not sure of the particulars. I have asked Mr. Arthur to write the translations.
I haven't given it to Argilla yet.
You haven't gone to me yet, so I'm guessing not.
I see.
Alright,
I'm waiting for the translation. So you must you can know that I am currently within with connections right now.
I'm. Tell me the details later. Meaning, tell me. Out of character, just chat that.
Very well. I would appreciate if you told me as well what you have learned in the state of the war.
Ah, yes. Apparently, the West. There's a bit of problem. Apparently, scouts and even familiars just disappear. And I'm not sure about it, but I'm planning to check it out after this because I need money.
If you are investigating, I would suggest going poking around at the Golden Rule, the local publisher. They were the ones responsible for providing the citizens with updates to the war, and the fact that they are not releasing any more information means either they have no idea or they are hiding something.
Alright. Let's go to the party now. They might be suspicious about being gay or something.
Very well.
Don't worry, we already know.
Let's go to the party.
As walk by the party, Joe walks to Arthur, who's currently eating probably. Mr. Arthur, any progress on the translation?
Is everyone here actually?
yes, we should all be here.
Yeah, I'll just say I have actually. I'll just give you the pirate paper and I'll sneakily up to you to show. Well, not sneakily. I'll just hide the content of the pirate paper and give it directly to you. I'll just say, I don't know what you did, but it looks like you're in some major problems. I hope you the best. I give him the pirate paper.
Thank you. I will be in my room for a moment, gentlemen. And
Oh no, the tension is rising.
Agil returns to the room real quick to read it. Actually,
Are we
before
at
he
the
reads it, I
Are we at the
will look
North Gate?
around to see if there's any people looking around.
You're
what room
clear.
are you
You're clear. Also, what room are you headed to? Because you're currently at the North Gate.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I thought we were eating in the.
No, we were in Adventurers Guild still.
Oh, we're already at Northgate.
Right.
We're
I
on the
assumed,
market.
What?
yeah,
I
I assumed
thought-
everyone made their way to the North Gate already, but
No, I said I
this
was
can
eating,
be
right?
still when you guys are eating in the Adventurers
Yeah.
Guild. Yes.
Okay, eating then. I'll go back to my room and read it. Continue.
Gabit, take it. Sounds like a guy with lisp wrote this.
It's giveth, taketh.
Yeah, a guy with lisp. The contractor Angela gave you Arcas.
I think you're fucked reading that. What the hell?
How do you mean? It's just
The
I'm saying
power
out of
of
character.
one. The power of
Power of
few.
many.
The power of
The power of
many.
many.
Wait,
What's
the
going on?
redacted is Asheram, right?
I mean, that's what you told him to do, so.
All I know there is King's Coin and Murax, you know?
To add to this information, Argilla, you know that the month of Murex is the next month.
Oh, so I thought it meant when Murax dies, when Murax passes. So apparently it
No.
doesn't last that long.
The month
Oh.
of Murex is Murnar, which is next month. Right now is the month of what's his name? Oh no, I'm forgetting some vital lore information here. Right
See,
now
I
is the
thought
month
it
of
was until
Kalesh.
Murax died, aka Eternity.
I'll see you in hell, brother. I don't think you're gonna live that long.
Damn. Will he die in a fire just like just like his other characters?
And it's only after a year, so it's one year duration, and then until Murax passes, right?
Yeah. The month of Murex passes.
Now what?
I don't know, man. He just
Let's go!
you see him just kind of chomping on his food, reading. He goes up to his room, he reads, and he's just gone for a long while.
Oh, he's taking a dump. Oh, what?
I guess it's taking some time.
After
Yeah.
no,
He's taking some
after like
time.
just a few minutes. No, no. After a few minutes, Arjil will walk back down. He attempts to appear composed and says, "Very well. Do we head out?"
He's locked in.
Time to go. Let's
Time
go.
for an adventure.
I agree.
All right. Then, after reading, you make your way towards the north, and from there, some time passes.
Wait, Cass, question. One more question about the letter. It says here, "Giveth, taketh." I'm guessing is Ashram of the King's Coin.
Probably.
Uh-oh.
It's the same. It's the same name, right? It's the same name, Ashram. All three. What's this?
The one he gave you
All-
is redacted, so
Oh, but yeah, but it was him who redacted it, so...
Yeah, exactly. So I know this is Ashram, or
yeah, probably yeah. You would know it's Asheram.
He has perfect memory as well, so you should know what he redacted.
so it's Giveth, taketh, Ashram of the King's Coin.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who's Kalei, by the way? Can I ask out of
Me.
character? Who's Kalei?
it's my real name.
I
Kalei,
thought you
because
redacted all
it's-
of your name.
No,
I
I
thought-
redacted Ashram's name.
I see. So I know that your real name is Kalei now, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I see.
Well, you would know that the other person in the contracts is Kalei, but you don't know that it's mine. I
I'm
asked
pretty
you to
sure you
translate
said
something.
it was a life and death situation.
I didn't say it was my life or death.
Definitely. Oh yeah, sure. Oh, definitely.
Arthur can assume that. There's no stopping him from assuming that, I guess.
I mean, you can figure, you can maybe think it's me, but like it doesn't have to be me. It could be someone else.
But I'd first and foremost assume it's you with how you've been acting.
Sure.
Okay. Well, now that everyone is here at the north gate, you see two guards in front of you, just kind of waiting by the gates. And it's pretty empty by the streets where you are currently. So, what are you guys gonna do?
I'm
Oh,
gonna approach the guards, and I'm gonna ask Arthur about the quest that we were supposed to do. If he has the paper.
Yeah, and then I'll show him the paper. Yeah, you know what? Actually, is Sylvan there already?
Yes, she would be there.
Oh, you know what? Then I'll actually ask Sylvan because what she experienced in the forest, or if she had any.
I haven't gone to the forest yet.
I see. Then all we know is there's some adventurers were lost, and there might be an unknown monster that caused such disappearances.
Whoa, how'd you
Yep.
know that?
Okay. As we approach the guards, and as you mentioned that with the paper in hand, I'm gonna ask the guards if there were any leads or in which direction towards the north they've last seen adventurers, or if there were any reports of none of the adventurers coming back.
The guards just kind of point off towards Sylvan. You can ask her. We already told her everything, and I think she already, went off a bit.
Sylvan?
What?
Overcooked.
The guards had already told you everything, so the guards are pointing towards you.
Oh. The only thing I've written down in my notes from last session is pretty much everything that's already on the guild, so I don't know much. All I know is that there's been signs of combat off in the forest, but that there isn't any signs of where they went.
Then we could check the edge of the forest for now. See if there's any paths some people would have taken. Would the party agree?
The
Does
party
anyone have
agrees.
some form of tracking experience or capabilities?
I am
Uh,
not.
I raise my hand. Rodent raises his hand.
oh,
I don't.
Argel,
I see.
Argel raises his hand. I do.
Right.
Right.
Argila, let us lead the way.
lead the way.
Lead the way.
We head off.
Okay.
Oh no, one more tension table and we're cooked.
Actually,
Will it take
before
some time reaching the north forest?
before we leave, Argela will walk to the guards. A couple of questions first. To both of you, if it's fine.
They both just kind of nod.
I would like to ask the details of these adventurers that went missing. Anything that would be of importance would be appreciated.
Uh, well, aside from what you've already read, I think that's everything. I mean, they were pretty good at fighting, that's for sure.
Were they like level 3?
I need to know more than that. I need to know their names, their races, their sizes, anything that could be of importance.
There's one.
Someone just kind
Argila.
of steps in.
Yeah.
Two of them are human, one was an elf, apparently, from what I've heard.
Two human.
One was a bard.
one
So
elf.
one of them must have been using an instrument.
Not necessarily, but
There was also another group that went, and they also disappeared.
The group disappeared. When was this his appearance again?
Until they entered the forest, it was all written in the quest, my friend.
Oh, really? Argila pulls up the note.
Yeah, it's this one right here. There, guild notes right there. 3 adventurers, mostly human, with the exception of 1 elf bard. They were sent to scout the forest. The adventurers did not return, so they sent out another group to retrieve them. However, what they found was puzzling. The group seemed fine until they ventured about a day into the forest. Then there are signs of an attack,
Whoa.
but it is unclear from what.
Why did you emphasize
You-
the day?
Are you
Ah.
familiar with the names of these adventurers?
The guards just kind of look at themselves for a quick moment. Well, not necessarily. I mean, not every day you ask everyone about their names.
Not even the bard. You would assume that they would be making
Oh, of course.
quite a name for themselves.
The bard we know of. The bard's name is Ahinar or something like that. I can't quite remember. Elven
Do I
names
know
and
him?
whatnot. Yes, Ahinar from the Adventurers Guild. He's a pretty skilled bard, and he usually plays, often in bars in the higher end sides of the Citadel district. But you know him to be significantly stronger than you in terms of experience.
I see. Do I know of? Do I know that he's in a group? Like, does he actually party with a group, or is he more of a joins out to different parties.
Yeah, he's the
He's a bit.
join in, join out kind of
I
person.
see. So we can't measure their strength, I'm assuming.
Whoa.
Hmm.
I'll just
Arthur,
convey
you
that he is a
mentioned.
skilled
Still,
bard,
it's
and
still
Yeah.
yeah.
then we expect, I expect that the other two adventurers would be at the same skill level, so they're probably, at the same skill level as us or something. I don't know. Right,
So
Okay.
Arthur?
he's stronger than you, technically. That's what God said.
Yes, more or
What's
less.
the
Kind of.
Yeah.
time? What's the time?
The time now is about 9:30 ish in the morning.
Could you tell me exactly where you found the signs of the attack? If you could.
Well, the adventurers that were sent towards the north side, they recalled that it was a day in. There is a well-trodden path leads towards a bit of the woods off towards the north. I believe the trees off in that side are ironwood.
Ironwood branch.
And this attack was found through the trodden path, or
Uh, yeah, more so, yes, along the well-trodden path.
Wait. I look at I'm gonna cast message on Argila. Ask them about when did they go in the forest? When time? What's the time that they went in the forest?
when did they go in the forest? When time? Was the time the forest?
You see, I having a stroke.
Sorry, it is quite difficult to relay what I am hearing right now.
Huh? What do you mean?
Voices in my head. I mean, go ahead.
What? Okay, tension goes up.
Oh.
Well,
joke.
around noon, if I remember correctly, they had their lunch by the gate, then they went off into the forest. But that is, when they left the gate. I'm not sure, since it's still probably, ways off away. I'm not sure when they arrived.
Assuming walking pace, how long do you think it would take to reach the site of the attack?
Uh, Probably by morning tomorrow, early morning, you'll get there.
It's very far.
So they were attacked. Let us say that they left at noon. Yes, as they said. So if they reached the point of where they were attacked, it would have been noon as well, or
Probably around that same time.
so they attacked in broad daylight. Very well. Thank you for the information.
And he just nods. Well, you guys be safe out there, seeing as Ahinar was particularly skilled in his craft. And he's gone, so you might wanna be careful.
Yes,
Don't worry, we have the power of friendship.
I will admire the clouds in his honor. And as I
Wow.
say that, I'm saying thieves can't. Are either of you working for me?
None of them respond.
Okay.
Oh, Arthur, I've been wondering about that bard. Does he sing or does he use instruments? Or both?
I don't know. I forgot. Maybe we can find out if they're still alive inside the forest.
Well, we have a day to look forward to. Off we go then, I suppose.
Alright, let's go.
All right.
Let's off to the adventure.
This will be my last adventure with you guys
Damn.
before I head off to the west.
Are
All
you an
going to the
elf?
west.
You're all
Nah.
elves? What?
Where's the west? Left?
Valinar?
What's his
Right.
left?
What? Right, bro. Right. It's on the right.
You're right. Yeah, sure. Looking where? North? Oh, where's north? Left.
South.
East.
Bro, you're insulting the directionally challenged.
Right.
Let's go.
Okay. So before we continue, I will say that you might be you might hop into combat, which will take a bit of time. It is already 12 in the morning. Do you still want to continue, or do you want to cut off here and then we'll
IMG.
continue next week?
I'm still fine.
I'm
I
done.
I
made
would like to
DC,
pass
but I'm
away.
still fine.
I guess one is not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyone else? If it's just Sylvan, then everyone will still continue, and I'll just control Sylvan.
Nice.
Trust.
Good night,
Trust,
brother.
trust.
Good luck.
Good night.
'Cause I will
GG's.
I
not
hope
be able to
Wait,
roleplay anyway.
wait,
So good
brother.
luck. What's up,
Oh, it's still good night. Sorry, I thought it was good morning.
Yeah. Still good night.
bro?
In 5 minutes,
Still
it'll be
5
good morning.
minutes.
You gotta wait 5 minutes first so he can make his joke.
Oh, the tension, the tension.
The tension, the tension.
All right.
GG's,
GG.
man.
Or leave
GG's.
ahead. GG's.
Goodbye, brother.
Okay.
Wait, is
Uh,
the attention thing from that like doorbell video? Attention, attention! It's
what?
now 12. Yeah, is it?
I don't know what that means.
What is
It's like he has his phone out. It's gonna be New Year, and he says in 10 seconds it's gonna be New Year, and then after a while, 10 seconds passed. I haven't showered since last year.
What?
I'll find that. Don't worry.
All right.
No, I get what you mean. There's a lot of jokes like that in like Twitter as well.
All right. Let's continue then. If everyone is still good to go.
Yep. I
Okay.
might DC. Just saying.
That is fine. Let's just hope that you guys survive this.
Huh? You want load or
Sure.
something?
What?
Oh, I can run away.
Okay.
I
What do
can
you mean
also
by
run
that?
away.
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
I'll force
So,
feed the party and leave them
You
to
guys
fend off the
are
monster.
making your way into the forest now.
Thank you.
So, what's the pacing that you guys are gonna go, and what is the marching order?
I'll be at the back.
I'll probably be at front with the scout.
I'll be towards the front. Wait, who's our main frontliner?
Probably
Not
me.
me.
Okay, you're in the front, and then I guess, what's this? Actually, I should go second because I'm going to be investigating stuff. So
I'll be third, maybe, or Chester.
Hello. What?
hello.
What?
Where would you like
Marching
to
order,
be
marching
in
order.
marching order? Would you like to be third or fourth?
I suggest someone like that can fight melee. It can also be like in the further back in case we get ambushed.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
far back, far back.
Can you melee,
Um,
Chester?
I am melee. I'm also range actually, but
You
I
can
can
be
also
third.
be melee.
You can be third. You can be third.
Okay, I'll be in the middle then.
I'll be Albatron will be at the back. So I'll be fourth. Yeah.
We can
So
place our
it's
tokens.
so
I
it's
guess.
so it's Arthur, Argilla. No wait, where's Sylvan?
Dead. I mean, what?
I place my token.
Where is it?
You guys can place your token for the marching order.
Marching order again.
Also, you guys will decide where Sylvan will be.
Sylvan will be at middle.
Middle, I
third.
think. Yeah,
Middle.
middle.
Actually,
So,
by being AI, played by AI, is he only casting cantrips or what?
Yes.
you'll be fourth.
Do we
No,
at least
I'll
know?
be actually using him.
Question.
Or her.
Question.
The token's not loading.
How does her shadow work?
It's a
Can
lot.
she permanently have it up, as an investigative tool, or I'm assuming she can?
There's a time limit if I remember correctly.
I see. Never mind.
Alright, so Argilla will be second. Then Albatron. Oh no, here. No. Malong, go up. Arthur, go up.
Also, since Sylvan isn't here, I'll
Angela
be
will
using
be
her
here.
character reactively, not proactively.
Here. Go here, Argilla.
Don't go. Wait, my
Here.
token. Oh, there it is. Here, front.
Here. Here. There. And Chester can go here.
No, I need to be second. I'm not tanky, so I need to go second.
Yo, my
Yeah,
character is
yeah,
not
that's
dropping.
That's second. Arthur's first.
Oh,
My
okay, okay, okay.
token is not Oh, it's here.
Yeah, it takes a while.
So Sylvan will be here.
I suggest Rodent to be at the back actually, just in case the mages, get hit at the back.
Not Albatron's a mage.
No,
Yeah,
I am
thought-
useless. Pre-level 5.
Okay, yeah, more or less a mage. All I know
Okay.
is you cast spells, so I'm assuming you're a mage.
Alright, then get out then. I'll be last then.
Did you just assume he's not a mage with how he looks?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. It looks so buff. Not
Yeah,
really
that's true. He kind
frontline.
of looks like a chunky boy that's like
Yeah.
like able to take like a lot of damage.
No,
If you
I'm
Like,
show,
fragile as fuck. I'm
if
just
you
That's
fat.
show me
stereotyping. That's
if you show me
stereotyping.
if you show me Rodent's picture and Almachan's picture, you would not believe who's the frontliner.
Bro, form follows function. Why wasn't that? Why weren't you designed for frontlining then? If you're
Yeah, my
bulky.
form is only activated at level 5, by the way. So, yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
What's level
so
5?
he's growing. He's growing. He's in his bulking
It's
stage.
learning.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Literally
Carbo loading,
bulking.
carbo loading,
He's
bro.
really a larva still.
Learning AI, open AI.
This is
I-
our marker. Yeah.
Cast is reducing the numbers of the monsters and the HP.
Monsters or
Yeah, I
mon?
probably should have analyzed the stuff that Yardis gave me. Oh well, I'll believe in him. So I'm assuming if I throw the bead, something will happen.
Oh, if you want to, I can show you the spell again that he gave you.
No, I know the shield now, but I don't know the
Yeah.
force one. And I never
By the way,
asked, so I'm
I will be
going blind.
rolling for weather for the day. And today
Weather
is
lap.
going to be some light wind.
Light
Yo.
Warbreak or whatever.
It's fine.
It's light wind, not lightning.
It's fine. It's not like we're archers or something. I have to adjust the arrow and the bow to the wind. There's slight 30 degrees
Yeah.
wind north.
Actually, I have a question now. Do scrolls, can I cast defensive scrolls to other allies or only on myself?
The spell itself is called shield. So if you want to figure that out, you can search shield in the compendium area.
No, yeah. The thing is, the shield is which you take when you are hit by an attack or
Yeah,
target.
shield is self.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, but
it
It's
has
self.
to be
Is it the
self.
same?
Oh, it's
Even if
only
it's a
on you.
scroll? Even if it's a
Yes.
scroll, it's...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
The scroll
But-
is just something that allows non-spellcasters to cast it or spellcasters to use it without using their spell
I see. I see.
slots.
What's the
It
target?
will still be
If
the
it's-
same spell.
Yeah.
If
So
it's
if you give it to
range-
somebody else and they use the scroll, it'll be used on them because it targets itself.
I see.
Yeah.
How do you activate scrolls? Can I throw them on somebody, and it'll activate?
You throw it up into the air, and whatever it says there, bonus action, that's what it will use.
I see.
Yep.
So I can't just hit the scroll to a person. It'll activate
No.
on that person. Oh,
They need to be
well.
the
Okay, so this is your current marching order, and Arthur, you are up front. So I'm assuming you're gonna be the one that will be tracking.
What? I thought it was Argilla. Can me and Argilla be side by side then?
Argilla can help you because he's not up front.
I see. Very well.
Question, Cass. Will this be rolling wisdom or intelligence? 'Cause I have
It's a
investigation.
survival check.
Not investigation.
It's not an investigation. Tracking
Survival
things
is
is survival.
wisdom though, right?
yeah.
Then Argilo will say, "I am not very good at tracking. I am good at investigating, but
It's fine.
tracking is not."
Interestingly enough, I have animal handling and survival.
Oh wow! Wait, that's good. Yeah, proficiency.
Then you're good. Can you go ahead?
Yeah, you can do it.
Very well.
Better than Argilla.
You're better than Argila. It's like this.
But you know what kind of journey would it be if it doesn't take time?
Well, there is a complication, I see.
It's a 66. It's gonna be a roll. So let's see if there's any complications that occur. There is a complication.
Oh
Oh,
well.
God. I blame Taco.
Instant.
Alright, I'm back. What's happening?
We have a complication in our
You
hand.
killed that, bro.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
there's one complication. That's so sad.
As you guys are, scrolling through, or rather scouring through the forest, kindly roll me a survival check, Mr. Arthur.
Do I get an advantage?
If Argilla decides to help you or anyone else, yes, you will.
Will anyone help me?
I'm helping.
Help.
Why are you blaming me? I never activated the attention table. SMH.
13.
13. You're trying to
Eight
find
plus
out if
3.
there's any kind of marks, any tracks that you can find within the forest, and you do manage to find what seemingly is a diverging track from the main road. But the information doesn't seem to exactly match up. The information that was told to you was it's a day within the forest in by the ironwood trees, stuff like that. This one goes completely in the opposite side, out into the open forest. There's no road there, but they are tracks from humans, or at least mortal kind.
Alright, I will relay that information to the party.
Hmm.
All right, Cass. I would like to do some investigation. I want to see if I can find tall or long footprints because I'm assuming that elves have longer footprints.
Okay,
That's a bold
give me
assumption.
a moment to see if that's actually an investigation check. Yeah, investigation is for searching for clues and stuff. So
Do you say it out loud? Because I can also help if if you share the idea.
Yes, I am like speaking like an anime detective right now. So you hear everything.
make me a investigation check, DC 15.
All right,
It's a
and
moderate
I
one.
have advantage. I'm guessing
Yes, since Arthur is
because I'm being
helping.
helped,
Yep.
and I have where is this again?
1d6 roll.
Yeah, student of truth.
I'm
Wow.
student of lie. Uh,
13.
Oh,
Okay.
just enough.
Exactly.
15.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
You look down the tracks and you notice that there are 3 different tracks there. One seems to be smaller than the rest, but all of them human.
That's one side, right?
At least human boots. That's for all of them. That's for the one headed out into the open, or rather deeper into the
Okay.
forest, but not following the path.
Okay, but then like how many again?
There are 3 tracks. One of them seems smaller than the rest, and the other one is lighter. So one of them, smaller tracks. One is lighter steps, and another one is quite heavy steps.
Cass, are there trees above?
Yes, there are trees above you guys right now. You're currently
Sounds like a
How-
mage.
How
A mage, an elf, and a warrior.
are there are the footsteps covered in leaves already?
No, these ones are somewhere along the grass, out in some clearing.
Can I look at the other path, Cass, and see if there are tracks there? Like the main path, like where we're supposed to go, where the attack was.
The main path does have faint tracks leading deeper into the forest.
From what I can summarize, like there's 2 branching paths, right? Both into the forest, or
One is, yeah, both are leading deep into the forest, but this one goes in a completely separate direction.
so the one in a separate direction does not have what I assume to be elven feet.
Well, both of them have 2 different smaller tracks, and small usually means elven.
Oh, okay. I relay the party to I relay the information to the party, and that it's likely that these tracks are elven and 2 heavier ones, which might be the 2 human adventurers that were accompanying the bard.
I think we can follow it. What if the other party missed these tracks?
I see.
Is it fresh? Argilla?
Arjun will sniff the ground. No, I don't know how. Arjun
Arthur,
will check.
Arthur would probably know this then.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How would I know? Do I need to roll that?
You're the one that made the survival check, so
I'm asking about how old the tracks are, whether they've been like 2 days old, 3 days old.
It's fresh. But when was the guild? When was this posted? About 2 days ago, right? Minimum. It shouldn't be fresh. I'm assuming.
That's true. It shouldn't be fresh. But these are the only laid with the 3 people. So
You have no choice but
Yeah,
to
I
follow it.
suggest we do a quick look and see where it goes.
yeah, I
This-
guess so
yeah.
too. I
If
agree.
yeah, and then I'll say if ever it'll take a long time. Does anyone have any camping gear if we're forced to stay the night in the forest, or at least
Camping
not
gear.
outside the city?
Maybe Sylvan has some kid.
You can buy it, by the way.
Sylvan tells you that she only bought a blanket.
So I'm assuming we're in a deadline since we don't have any form of camping except me. I have a bedroll, but I'm assuming
I have
no
a
one else
bedroll
has.
as well. I also have torches and a bunch of rations to spare.
Right.
I am fine not sleeping because you know.
So yeah, then we can go there, right? So even if
Yeah.
it fails, we still have ample preparations for the next day.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Guess we continue.
Where are you heading
Okay.
off to? Towards the fresh tracks or the faint ones?
The ones with the 3 tracks
three
and the Elven one.
The 3 tracks are the fresh tracks, by the way. That's the one you saw. The faint ones, you can't quite tell if
Oh.
any of them are elven, but there are still smaller steps in those faint ones.
Actually, there are multiple tracks like that. What I remember,
Yeah,
there's
so it's
another
pretty
group
much
that
like
followed them,
this.
right?
There's one headed here, one headed towards deeper into the forest. Both of them lead to the forest, but this one has the information that you just got. This one is the faint one.
Right. I'll just you know what? I'll just say to the group that there was supposed to be another group, that checked. So there should be multiple tracks. But if we're still curious about the 3 fresh tracks, we can still go there.
That is true, but I could also argue that they probably missed these tracks as well.
No?
That
No?
other group.
Right. Only one way to find out. Let us head
Yep,
off
only
to
one
the
way to find.
adventure.
Yeah, sure. I'm also
Very
going
I
there.
don't.
well.
No, no,
I
no,
can't
no.
get
I
it
don't
back.
think.
I can't get my token back. Wait, I can't get my token back.
It's over.
Wait, I don't. Wait, I don't
Control
think
Z.
they're supposed. I don't think they're supposed to miss this track because these are the fresh ones. So the faint track should be the ones. But yeah.
Who knows? I'm just that's just what
Yeah, that's why I
Chester
asked if
We only
if we can camp
argues.
out, for a long adventure.
we are only aware that they're lost, not dead. So it is very possible they are alive. They might have gone through here instead or backtracked. We are not sure yet. Actually, can I check for backtracking?
There is no backtracking. Both of them go into the forest, not out.
Mm.
It's
I
quite
suggest
strange.
we adventure. No time to dilly dally. There's
Very
no
well. We do not
complication.
want. We do not want to complicate things. Let us head to
We do
the
not
side.
want to take our time with this.
Yeah. All right. Following the fresh tracks, I guess.
Alright, you're going to the fresh tracks. As you start making your way westward, that's where it's headed. I'm gonna turn all your tokens west. What have I done? I messed it up. Whoa.
Wow, look
Okay.
at that.
We'll do
Oh,
it
how you do that?
manually, I guess.
As you start
Spread out,
making
eagle
your way
formation.
towards the west, you continue forwards and eventually you make it to some kind of open clearing, but you're not quite sure. Arthur, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception. Wait, I closed my thing. Let me open it again. It's the very big number, right? Passive perception.
It's one below
11.
Yeah, nice.
Very
Nice.
11. As you continue forwards, you hear something go just wide open up, something kind of spring up, something break, and a large metal spike falls straight on you and the mostly front of your group.
Damn, that hurts.
Argilla, Chester, and Arthur, the 3 of you make me dexterity savings. Dexterity
Okay.
check.
Saving throw. I have
Check
only
saving
2
throws.
on that.
Saving
I'm
throws,
very
rather.
bad. That's normal, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Yeah, saving throws.
Oh, I'm pretty bad at this.
I suggest I will inspiration.
Is it a nat one?
Never
Yep,
mind. I don't need
it's a nat
inspiration.
one.
I think.
I will inspiration. It
I
fits,
will
right?
not
If
use
I don't
inspiration.
inspiration,
Huh?
Maybe. You don't
Who
know that.
knows?
will the damage. I'll just do this just in case. I will use my inspiration.
Okay.
Up.
Oh, better. Much better.
Not average.
Everyone except for Argilla. You take.
Oh.
Man, even then.
That's a 3d6.
Oh.
Bro, whoa!
Now.
So if I didn't inspiration, I would have taken the full 3d6.
You
Wait,
take
true, because we're crit
9
now, right?
points of damage. As
Doable,
the
doable.
trap just quickly swings by you and just stabs both you and Chester on the side. Argilla manages to just quickly, nimbly dodge out of the way.
Oh,
Hurt my arm.
crap.
My leg!
My leg.
We need someone to be more attentive leading us. I suggest that.
Fine then. What's the point? I suggest.
No, we already it already saw we already saw it happen though.
Instead, I think can I do a I know while I'm injured, can I actually do a perception check if there's any other traps like this or any anomalies for chance?
Checking traps, I believe would be just a perception check.
Actually, I'll suggest to anyone who I know. You know what? I'll just say that out loud. You know that there might be more traps here, and I'll do a perception check.
I'm also gonna look since I'm also like closer to the front.
Would you like to be the one looking, and I'll help?
Can that work?
I don't know. Can we have one?
Yes.
We only have one roll, right?
You can only
Or
have
do
one
we have
roll, and
multiple?
then someone else can help.
Sure.
Yeah,
I believe Argilla is the most perceptive. I don't know.
I am
So-
quite perceptive, somewhat.
Very well. Then we leave
I'm
it
also
up to
quite
you.
No,
perceptive.
actually, not really. It's okay.
I'm
Mine's pretty
also
bad.
perceptive.
Mine's pretty
I'm quite
bad.
perceptive.
I am very not perceptive.
So I
we
will
help
do the roll.
Chester.
Who will help?
Yep. I will.
I can help. Or you can help. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Actually,
sure.
no. It would be me. Wait, who's
Would
closest
it
to?
change?
It's closest to. Closest to.
Chester?
Sorry, the name is Chester. I always get the names confused with Chester and Arthur. Yeah, Chester. Yeah, it's me and Sylvan. So I think it should be me, right? Who helps?
Sure. Will it change anything?
I don't know for RP.
Not too
I see.
much, but if you, for example, are in a situation wherein one is helping, one is searching, and an enemy attacks, then the two of you will be surprised.
Very
The
well
rest
then,
is,
I
like
see.
prepared.
Then, while they were searching, I'll just ready my sword if ever something will pop up, like in the, just in case.
Okay. So Argilla's helping me. All right.
All right.
I have
Go ahead and roll.
advantage and I have inspiration. Still, I never
Yes.
used it. So I'm gonna roll now.
No need.
Okay, that's crazy.
God damn.
You look around for any signs of traps, and you manage to find recent ones. Looks like all of these traps have been recently placed, and they all seem relatively of the same kind of caliber. Someone is quite knowledgeable with making traps, and especially traps for animals, it would seem.
An animal trap dealt 98 points of HP from me.
I'm gonna tell the party. Do you still think we should follow these footsteps?
I don't think it's related to our quest.
Hmm.
Arjula
let's
would
go
like
on.
to see if there are any old blood markings on the traps.
Other than ours?
Yes.
You look around to see if those traps have anything on them, and truth be told, it looks like there are some bits of blood across the traps further into the forest.
How old?
About
Right?
it's already congealed, so older than you've been here.
Same. Can I try following? So following the tracks that led us here to see if it goes past the traps and continues.
Yes,
Is it-
the tracks do
Oh.
lead on deeper into the forest.
I will slowly start heading my way further to the front because I can see the traps, and I'm gonna help guide the party if we want to continue this path.
It appears they continued the path, so they were quite determined to head this direction,
I will
despite the
swap with
traps.
Chester then. In position.
Can I see if
Alright.
the tracks were made in a hurry or not? Like maybe they were running or sprinting or whatever.
Make me a investigation actually.
Think.
Let's go. Surely.
Sure, man.
Oh,
Bro, I'm the
no,
only one
no.
that failed, man. I'm the only one that's been failing.
Argilla, for sure, these are made in a hurry. Looks as though someone has been going through this area a couple of times, rearming the traps, running past, as if they're trying to, essentially, quote unquote, kite a creature.
Oh. Oh, wait. Do you say that? Do you relate that?
Yes, I will say this and then say, I suggest we change our plans and hide nearby the traps to see what happens.
Are you sure?
State your reasoning. And I'll just ask why Arjula wanted to, do that.
Well, it appears that there is someone trying to lure in a beast of some kind and doing so multiple times, rearming the traps again and again.
But would
If,
this level of traps take down an unknown beast that could handle a group of 3 though?
If this is the same beast that caused the disappearances, then it is in our interest to see what happens here. Even help the person trying to take down the monster.
I want to check the level. Like, can it actually take down monsters? Big monsters.
Maybe if there's
these
like a lot of traps.
There's like about 3 traps all in one line, and they're mostly made for smaller animals. But it looks as though it's been made quite fast. But you can see that these traps are not necessarily the best of quality.
I still took 9 of my HP. I'll just say to the party, checking the traps. I don't think this was meant to handle any large beast.
No, but
Do we
You
wait?
mentioned-
Yeah.
you mentioned that it's been made quickly, right? Arjuna? As if there's an expectation of landing on it?
It was not
Thing?
me. It was that guy over there.
Which one?
Arthur, you were the one who figured it out.
No,
It
I
was made in a
figured.
hurry.
No, you were the one who figured
No,
out. That was
it's
in
you
hurry.
who figured it made the I
Oh, no.
figured that there was
No, no, no,
some
no, no, no,
tension is
no,
rising.
no. Thing is, you did investigation, so you knew it was in a
very
hurry.
well. I will take credit. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
It is made
And
in a
then
hurry.
what
yes.
I saw was that it's meant for small animals, right? And
Yeah.
then we know that there are fresh stacks along the way. So is it in our best interest to wait and see what these traps are for, or to continue following the tracks?
I agree.
So
I would
Yeah.
say
you make a
to-
good point.
I would say not only to wait, but to rearm the traps and see what happens.
Do you have trap
Oh.
handling skills?
I have experience seeing them, but arming them not so much.
I see. And you
I
want to do
believe
that.
this is something that someone who is familiar with animal handling could do.
Ah, really? Why is animal handling for traps?
It's meant for animals, right? The traps.
No, I don't think
Yes,
so.
It is.
So it's animal handling
Oh,
for
that's
traps.
Meant
it is.
for
Wow.
small animals.
So
Yeah.
if I want to rearm it, I need animal handling.
Animal handling will be to interact with animals specifically. Rearming
Oh.
traps, that is sleight of hand.
Oh, you're a thief, aren't you?
That's kind of mean.
I am not
Okay,
a thief.
We are in a clearing, right? Is there I can probably lead the party into a safer place. Is there any tall grass that we could like chill?
Yes,
Maybe wait.
off towards the edge near more sides of the trees.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Then I'll just suggest to the party, while we need to keep our eye out, considering that Argilla believes that this is meant to find a monster, not a small animal. So if these traps
Drag.
are meant to fight a monster, then we need to make sure that we don't get surprised or ambushed by said monster.
Exactly. That's why. Follow me. And he starts like walking, like around the traps, making sure. All you
Okay.
guys are doing a conga line.
Yeah, you guys are all following Chester as you
Does that count
make
as a
it
reckless
to-
action?
No, since you're
No.
going pretty safe. So
Yeah.
as you guys follow Chester along the line headed into the deeper kind of tall grass, you eventually make it there quite safely thanks to Chester's knowledge of where the traps are. And as you make it there, if everyone is going to stealthily wait in the grass, then make me a stealth check with advantage because the grass is quite tall. It actually
Wow.
provides
I
you
have
some
not been
decent
having good
cover.
rolls.
Yeah, surely
see.
this time. Surely.
And I'll be rolling
Believe
for
me.
Stealth with
Sylvan as well.
advantage.
It's stealth with advantage, yes.
Surely.
20.
Ah,
Dirty.
heavy armor.
Wait.
That's
When...
disadvantage.
Oh, right. Heavy
You should have
armor.
not 20.
Yeah, it's not disadvantage because it's just a regular roll. So you do have a nat 20 with that. Oh,
Oh.
and look, Sylvan gets 20 as well. Nat 20.
And actually,
Yo,
still the
what
lowest
the
roll,
hell?
man. I'm still the lowest roll. What is this?
Even with the high roll, you're still the lowest.
All right.
Right.
Everyone waits here for a while. And of course, some time
Can I hit
passes.
this
Oh no.
to heal?
Yes, this will be considered a short rest because it is more than an hour of waiting. Probably.
Quickie
I
Oh, nice.
start a rest, actually. Then can I use second wind before I rest instead?
Yeah, you can do that. Sure.
How do I do
I'll do the
that?
same. I'll do the same.
Roll
second
1d10 plus, what is my level?
3.
Oh my god, I have to type.
9, exactly.
Oh no,
Exactly.
the typing.
D10.
For rolling, by
Plus
the way,
three.
you can just click on the left hand side. There's a area for dice there that you can click.
Oh, right.
Left-hand side.
Yeah, no one uses that, but it's
Left
underneath the
hand.
turn order or the measure bar. There's a dice roller there.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I rolled twice. Okay.
Is this a +3?
Yes.
No, that's 3 dice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no.
make me 10.
Let's just say it's 7 casts. 7 plus 3, so it's 10.
All right. And then I assume your short rest right after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So after some time would pass, eventually you guys would start to hear just the huffing noise of people running, just someone like pretty large leading the charge.
Yeah, which side
Um,
is this?
This is headed back where you had just came from, back the main path. And as a few people start to come into view, you see these folk, which I will now hopefully drop in. Hold on, give me a moment.
Oh, might be in the wrong footsteps. Who knows? At least
Give me
we
a
got
sec.
that down. Like, are these footsteps the correct footsteps or not? And then, boom. Oh, it's the wrong footsteps. So
And then we can do something
continue.
else.
Yep,
Yeah.
we'll loot them. Ano? Plunder.
Bruh, wrong
You
campaign,
see-
man. You went to the pirates.
You see 3 people running across, all wearing some form of strange fur armor. They have long helmets with goat horns, and as they become clear in view, you see these folk here. One
Jimmy, I don't know any
particularly
of them.
large berserker of a man with 2 large kind of axes. One woman with what seemingly is a large kind of ritualistic staff, and one archer on the side there that has that looks around at the traps almost exactly.
They look like dwarves.
And the one leading the charge, the one at the north side now, I'll just put him here. The one leading the charge turns around very quickly and looks towards a man with what looks as though a bow and arrow. Brynjar, make sure the traps are reset. We must make haste. The creature is coming around. And the one in the back, the archer just kind of talks, responds in turn. Fisk, the creature will make their way here now. We cannot rearm the traps before it has arrived. and all these folks seem to be agitated almost. What are you guys doing as this is happening?
Up.
In hushed tones, Arjila will say, "Do I help them?"
I suggest we wait first. We have two mages here. No, no, yeah, we have two mages, and I can, if ever the monster is too much for them, I can always, what was that? What do I have? Cloud rune then, or stone rune.
We can wait. We have the element of surprise.
Yes, we also
Alright.
don't know if they're friends. Do we know? We don't know who they are, right? And that I'm assuming their equipment is foreign equipment,
Their
not from chain
equipment
market.
is their equipment is incredibly foreign. They have like strange, almost snow-covered fur, but you don't see any snow around.
So I'll just say that they look like foreigners. We don't know their allegiance. I don't know if they are enemy or foe. Then I suggest we take our time.
Yeah, we wait. We wait.
We
We
wait.
wait.
Very well.
All right. Then you watch as all of this is happening. You watch the man up front who was called earlier. You called Fisk. You watch him kind of shout out, "Ragna, take front. Make sure that there is nothing chasing us first." Then immediately after, these three start like gunning it off towards the western front, just kind of leaving past just passing by you guys, and they disappear back into the woods.
One guy's called Ragnarok.
You Ragnarok my world.
Damn.
For real. Oh yeah.
Okay, well, that's what you see for a little while.
I'm
What are you
gonna
guys
keep
doing?
whispering.
Oh, the monster might come our way. Should we still say?
You know what?
They mentioned they're being chased.
I'll try helping a bit, I guess.
They're not being chased. They're just
No, they are. They said they did. They did say that the monster's like close
no,
to them.
No, he just says the monster's coming around. He didn't say he was chasing. So it's probably like it's his hunting time.
They're luring it more or
Yeah,
less.
Okay,
they're
okay, sure.
luring.
So,
So-
don't know if the monster bad, right?
Because they had time. I think. Yeah. They're luring it. Yeah.
Right.
How obvious are the traps? Who are more obvious currently, based on my perception right now? Us or the traps?
Probably the traps.
I see. If the monster is dumb enough to go to the traps, surely they won't be able to see us where we are currently.
Surely.
Surely. It's what I say to the
Surely.
team. What I say to the party.
Yeah.
Discreetly, right? Discreetly.
And so you guys wait even more.
Hmm. Let me check my characteristics. Right. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Actually, I will also check my characteristics.
Okay. I don't have an incentive to help them yet.
I have this.
Okay. So I am assuming
I'll actually observe and see once the monster comes up. I'll try to observe it, I guess, but still being stealth,
Yeah.
to see the nature of the monster, I guess, or what it looks like, something. That's for me.
after a while more of waiting, eventually after some time would pass, you see something slowly walking. You hear like a massive footstep just and I put you guys right over here.
Oh.
Kindly put your tokens right across the northern side by the edge there
By the edge.
I know this map.
in the
I
forest.
played as a wizard once here.
Oh, I remember leaving a Spartan-looking dude here.
No, this is where the
You
frog
left
was.
me. You left me for
No,
dead.
this is
I
where
had to leave you.
this is where the frog was, right?
That's wrong.
We were chasing. So I smelled. Someone smelled something. Bone
Where are we,
marrow.
guys? Within the tall grass.
Then I'm
Like
assuming-
here?
Yeah, it would be by where the trees currently are. That's
Right.
So we put ourselves like on the trees, something like this.
yeah, something like that.
Are the trees Are the trees flammable?
I mean, with some accelerant, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys are hiding within the trees, eventually you see the creature walking past. And very slowly you see white fur, pretty goat-like horns, sharp teeth, and almost purple-like skin. As it begins to walk past you, it's a yeti.
A polar bear. I was about to say polar bear.
Apollo there is goat horns. Interesting. I'm not
Wait, are Yetis? Yetis are not native here at all, right?
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
No, they can't survive in this place even.
And neither are these people.
Ah, so there's Sasquatch. Not a Yeti.
Oh,
So
no,
these
Sasquatch
people
is
were,
the
were
chickens.
these people were transported for something, isekai or something.
No, they were probably hunting this thing down, maybe.
Wait,
Yeah,
No,
from
no,
where though?
but like,
From where?
They're not from
native.
here. These people are not from here. This monster is not from here. So it's like,
Isekai. Yeah.
Do you think we got transported by going to the forest? Are we still in Goldenvale still?
Who knows? Maybe.
Oh, he's leaving. Oh, he left. Bastard.
What? Hey, dude.
He didn't get hit by any trap?
He did not.
No.
The traps were actually not armed, as they told you. They wanted to rearm it, but they didn't have time, so they just ran.
Damn. So only one trap was armed, and we managed to tank it.
It's true.
I'm gonna go chase
okay.
after it. Chester's gonna
yeah,
go.
same. Argilla will look at the
Before-
others.
Ash, does anyone know what that is? I'm assuming I don't know what that
I
creature
also
is,
wouldn't
right?
know that. I also wouldn't know that.
I would I know that?
Unless you're
Well,
from the
but-
Everfrost or well studied about the Everfrost, then you wouldn't know about what that creature is.
I mean, I'm smart.
I'll just say both them and the monsters look foreign. You know, should we continue the investigation? You don't
believe,
seem to be around here.
It could be in our interest to help them. This is a bit confusing, but we might be able to glean information from them.
You
Fair.
already see Chester, like make his way quickly.
Yep, Argilla's running too. Please,
Play safe.
warn us for any more traps in case.
I'll actually wait for Rodent and Albatron since currently I'm assuming. And actually, Rodent is a man fighter, so it's fine. But
Yeah.
Albatron and Sylvan is a Armadia, so I'll make sure that they don't die.
Smart
I'll go with
idea.
them.
Come on, Albatron. Together we go.
Let Rodent be at front, and I'll be behind them. You know.
Sure.
Are you guys running
Albatron
fast, or
and
are you
Sylvan.
trying to be stealthy, chasing after this thing?
We're just chasing it.
I'm
I'm
just
just
going the
chasing it.
pace
Just chasing
of Rodent and the rest of the party.
Chester,
I'm on the
you are
last.
chasing a creature that is running in the opposite direction.
Wait,
You know
where
what
did it
that
go?
means? That is
Oh, tension. Oh god.
a roll with tension.
What?
And
Safe.
none of that.
Safe.
It's a complication.
Safe.
Why are there 6 rolls, by the way?
It's just automatic. That's how I made the macro.
I see.
I only count 4 of those. So none of those. You're safe. No complications happen. And it's reset back to 0.
Oh, that's huge,
Nice.
actually.
Okay. You just said oh and you had the pause.
Right. So, as you begin to chase the creature, you lose sight of it after some time.
Oh.
For some time.
I'm.
Who's reading the march? If I remember, the Chester. Roll me
Yeah, I am.
a survival check, and if anyone would like to help, you can.
I'm
join
nowhere
me.
near Tester, so
Argilla was chasing after the monster as well, so he should be close by and can help me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want to look
for.
for the footprints as well. Well, for more footprints.
I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if it's obviously dropping footprints because it's like heavy. A
It's
big
big,
monster.
yeah. No way. Oh, you wanna
Yeah.
leave.
Unless it's nimble.
So survival with advantage. Boom. 17.
The tracks are still there, but you do notice that they're quite faint for a creature of this size.
And where are they headed?
Yeah. Where's it
There's-
headed now?
They're headed northbound now.
I guess that's it. I'm just gonna follow the tracks now. Instead of like chasing after it, I'm gonna go for a walk instead. Instead of like a forced march, like kind of thing, kind of deal. Also, what time is it?
At
Looking at
this
the sky.
point, yeah, it would be around 1 p.m. now.
Okay. There's still daylight, so maybe they'll help. Who knows? What if it's staying in the forest because it's trying to avoid daylight in the first place?
What if it's just escaping and wants to go?
What if it just wants to kill shit?
Yeah. So I will follow the
Why
track.
are they still alive in the first
Will the
place?
party
With that
follow
kind
me?
of composition.
I'm not running anymore. I'm just
Anyway.
actively like looking at the tracks and following it.
Okay.
I'll just while I followed up, I'll just ask Chester, like any leads?
Yes, heading north.
Chill, bro.
Relax. I'll follow.
Slowly dying. Yeah. You follow, and
Okay, so this time Chester's in the lead, right? So I'll be
yeah, Chester's
further
leading now.
back.
You follow, and eventually you make it back into some kind of open clearing. The paths here are more, much clearer, and it does fork off towards the north. But before you could even step foot even closer, you just hear the voices of, "You back there, halt!"
Do you halt? Do we halt?
Yes. Yes.
And those same 3 people from before make it back out of the forest from both edges of the path, and they all just look off towards you, and just, you're right now face to face.
I will say a simple question. Are you hunting a white monster?
They just kind of look at each other. "We're hunting the Rotny."
What is a Rotny?
The what now?
The Rotny.
Then you can call us allies. We're after it as well.
Damn.
"Where are you from, might we ask?"
From the city. What do you mean?
And where are you from?
Who am I?
They just kind of look at each other, look at around the forest. "We've been wandering this forest for a couple of days now, and we do not understand where we are in what part of the world. Forests here are too green."
And aren't you too warm?
"Far too warm. Where are we?"
You, my friend, are in the chained marches.
I'll actually go up and explain that as well,
In the middle of Vaedanys. A quite war-torn area at the moment, but
They all look at each other, and you hear the one in the back, Brynjar, just kind of, "Fiske, the portal might still remain open. If we return back to it, we can return back to the Everfrost." And you see the man at the front, just kind of turn and lean back towards you. "We came here through a portal created by some mage. The creature we are searching for is from the Everfrost."
The Everfrost.
Do we have any knowledge about Everfrost? Or me?
We know the place. We know the name of the place. We know it's north. I think that's mostly it, right?
Yeah, that's mostly what you can gather.
Because we
Not
need
a lot
to-
of people go to the
Do we know it's
the
snowy?
Everfrost.
Do we know it's snowy?
Yes,
Yeah, of
it's
course.
like the coldest part of the world.
Okay, then we know that.
the Everfrost. Ah, my friend imports ice from there.
Yeah, honestly, is there a reason we need to chase that monster? it looks like based on I don't know what do you call it? Its body structure. It won't last long in this heat.
Before we
Th-
continue, have you encountered a bard? Someone who sings, uses an instrument.
Ah, this was his then. You watch him just kind of lean back towards Ragna, the woman in the middle. Ragna, hand me the lute. And Ragna hands him a very completely destroyed and bloodied lute. And there are even bits of what you assume to be brain and eye on it.
Oh, that's
Rodney has already killed it.
Is he okay?
I see.
Well, that is a shame.
I knew him.
A question: why are you hunting this thing? If you know where to return, why not just leave?
How did you see the creature? What did it appear as?
It was white. Looked like a great ape with teeth.
You are describing a yeti. This is no yeti, this is Rodney.
Can you explain what a Rodney looks like?
And then I continue what Argilla says. It has goat horns on its head.
He nods. Rodney is doppelganger. Given enough time and enough consuming of a certain creature, it can transform into that creature with enhanced magical capabilities.
I see. That does sound like trouble. And do you know where this Rodney is currently at?
It passed by us not too long ago. We decided to hide. Ragna is injured. You watch as she kind of reveals her injuries and looks as though there's a massive gash from what seems to be their own traps.
I look at Albatron. Can you help?
No.
No.
Oh.
Do you actually say that in game or what? Do you say that in game or not?
I will. What will I say?
First,
I will.
based on your RP, you'd think, if it's dangerous or not.
Yeah.
So far, you've always been helping people. I don't. If you're not helping him, you're racist towards no people.
Yeah, bruh.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Bro, I've
you're-
been towards
you're-
monsters.
You're racist towards Fjordians.
Wait, I'm
You're
still looking at. I am
I
still
mean-
deciding on what healing thing to do.
I mean, you could say like, "Oh, you're not from Goldenvale. I will not protect you."
Damn, bro.
No, 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 no.
Actually, yeah.
Okay,
While,
what's he gonna do?
while
No,
you're
no.
waiting, while you're thinking, I'll actually ask. So, are there? I'm assuming the Yeti and the Rodney are different. Are there any more creatures from the Everfalls that entered this portal?
We have sealed the portal for now, but if it is our only way back, we must make haste. This creature is dangerous to both
go
us in the Everfrost and you who live here.
And with that, yeah, when
I guess
she
we
said, when that guy said it would be dangerous for us, I'm gonna ask him, "Will you help us in defeating that or hunting that?"
That was our original intention, yes.
Right. Then I will heal the person or something.
Oh,
Wow,
Wow.
my
Very
hero.
minuscule.
Owie.
9, not that bad.
Actually, you watch as her wounds kind of begin to close up. Not fully, but it does heal quite a bit.
Right, while it's healing, I'll actually say, since we're working together, nice to meet you. I am Arthur. What am I? I'm a rune knight. I have runes. And I shake their hand if they're willing.
Yeah, they
We,
reach
we
out.
might need to, yep, and we might need to know each of our capabilities in order to fight this monster.
We can do that
Question.
while chasing it. My name is Chester. Please lead the way.
And they all nod. After he gives you a quick handshake, they begin to introduce themselves. He introduces himself as a berserker. He is Fisk. The one in the middle, Ragna, she is a cleric. And the one in the back is a rogue by the name of Brynjar.
Why did the cleric get hurt first? What a
Why
useless
did you
cleric.
injure yourself?
Bro, just pray and you'll be healed. Come
You're
on, man.
pumped, bro. What the hell?
Uh, are you actually like talking? Are you telling them that out of?
No, no, no,
No, no, no, no, no, no.
Sorry, sorry.
Out of character.
Well, Arjila will ask, if you are a cleric, then what? May I ask why not tend to the wounds yourself?
Ragna begins to explain that they've been chasing this creature for about a day now. She's used up all of her miracles.
Ooh.
Ah,
So
I
you're
see.
useless.
Spell slots, you mean?
You need to rest for 8 hours.
Right.
Anyways, can we
Yeah.
can say that we can try. I'll suggest that we can try holding them or it for now
I wanna
while
hold
you
your
try
hand.
to recuperate and regain your strength.
So what do you suggest me camp?
Yes. Actually, also like this will be a good time, to gather
Yeah.
information.
We can
Like
also
Rotny weakness and how we plan, how we plan on capturing or killing the
That is a
beast.
good point. We may also discuss strategy.
we can
Wait,
arm the traps first as
I have.
well.
That as well.
I have no capabilities of doing that. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, friends, but I might need to disagree. You mentioned that this monster is getting stronger every time it devours something, yes?
Yes, the Rotni will take more and more, kill more creatures until it is satisfied with a certain type. Then it will transform. Then look for another kind, in which case it seems as though it has had a taste and flavor of man flesh.
Uh-oh.
what
Good
would it
thing.
look like now then? After it transformed, would it look like a normal human?
Not a human, but
Perhaps not.
an impostor. Hiding
Shut up.
wounds.
I
Orga,
I would suggest
tension roll, please. I
we
want
continue the chase. Your
tension roll
group
this guy.
may need to recuperate, but perhaps you can just be our how would I describe it? Militia?
I suggest me and who are like what we can do like okay, so I'll ask does the Rotny chase after people? What we can do is you may be able to rest while you can, and then me and Chester will try to lead them to your traps. Assuming
You
you have
nod.
more traps.
If we return back to the clearing earlier, down to the south, we can rearm the traps and we can take a short rest while you prepare for the creature to return.
Yes.
I look at Chester. Do you agree with this plan, Chester?
Sure, but I'm still kind of worried a little bit about it devouring something
Quick
Yeah,
perhaps
question.
even our party cannot handle.
Does anyone have a crossbow? Mine broke from a previous scuffle with the bees, if you remember.
I have 2 daggers. I can give you one.
You
I
watch
have
I could
the
use
two
that.
hand
berserker
axes.
turn towards another one. Brynja, give them your crossbow. And immediately, the hunter just takes out a crossbow, throws off to you. It's not. Unfortunately, it's. Are you capable of using a heavy crossbow?
No.
No.
Okay, then I will continue the suggestion. Let me and Chester find this monster and lure it to the ceiling, and everyone else prepare.
Yes. Arthur,
Let's die.
let's go.
Together.
Lure it where,
The
bro?
bride.
Lure it where?
To the clearing.
Yeah.
Underwear.
Ah.
Yeah, you're going
We meet
back
back up at the
to the
Oh,
clearing.
clearing. All right.
Me and Arthur are gonna chase after it.
Oh, well, mistake. Yeah?
If you could chase after it for a minute, I might be able to analyze it in the meantime and find a
Will you?
weakness.
Then will you join us in this hunt, or will we be in the clearing waiting for the monster?
I may appear later in the fight if that is
As
fine. I
Monday
am not
man.
the strongest.
I see.
Give me your daggers at least. I might be able to use those.
Then I'll give one of my 2 daggers. Kasi you only give me 1 dagger. I remember buying 2 daggers.
Yeah. Put another one then.
Right.
Yeah, set it to 2.
I'll minus it by 1 though, because I'll give one to Argil.
Thank you for the dagger.
No
Hopefully the
problem.
tracks are still there. Hopefully no other adventure appears.
I'm assuming the Rotni is the Yeti, right? Or
The
no?
Yeti
Could
that
be.
you saw
Was
Could be, it could
confirmed.
be.
Yeah.
could be the Rotny that they're talking about.
I see.
I have. Wait, while they're chasing, how long would it take for us, the clearing people, to go to the clearance?
About an hour of walk.
Then how long would it? Do we know how long it would take them to lead the Yeti there, or the Rotny?
That you probably don't know. It's a lot
How
of
long actually is the
it's a lot
city?
of factors.
How long? How far away is the city actually?
From where you are
No, but
currently, 3 hours.
Okay, never mind
It's
then.
pretty short.
yeah, but based on, but based on our staking out, the rotation for the Rotny to the other Rotny or something. He's like circling, right, or something. They're chasing the three adventurers. Did we know? Did we see, or did we estimate how long it would take them to do a one lap, something?
What are you talking about? What?
I'm also confused. I don't know what you're.
You turn the lap around the forest to go back to the next clearing. Is what you're saying.
I thought because they're setting traps, right? So they're circling around or something. I'm assuming.
No,
No,
they're
they
Right?
run
with you
away.
guys right now.
Yeah, but before I meant. So we can assume how long it would take for one rotation to the whole forest or something.
After that, rearm the runaway, lead the ones
Yeah,
away, go back to that rearm it, and do it like a circle. We have no
yeah. How
idea.
long would it take?
How would we know?
No,
We
we were
never have.
observing them. We were observing
Yeah.
them though.
Yeah, but you only saw as they arrived. So
Never
you
the
wouldn't
second
really
time.
have a lot of information regarding that unless you ask them. And even then, you'll probably get something vague because it's a forest. There's a lot of paths you can take.
Alright.
I'm gonna ask these guys simple question. Is that monster attracted to blood?
I'm currently bleeding.
The Rotny
I'm not anymore.
will chase after creatures that are already wounded, but it will eat anything. This forest of yours will disappear if left to hunger.
Hmm. Chester looks at Argilla and Arthur. He does a little smile, and he asks Arthur if he could borrow his little dagger.
Yeah, I'll give it.
I stab myself while smiling.
Oh god, the psychopath. Jesus Christ.
That's about right.
How much damage does it deal? How much damage does your dagger deal?
If I remember correctly, it's a D6.
I will
right?
roll. I will roll it.
Yeah, roll
Sure,
your
roll
damage.
it.
with your
Go
dagger.
ahead.
9 to hit, 4
4.
damage.
4 piercing. I will bleed for a bit.
Where though?
Where are you currently? You're currently I'm assuming by that kind of opening into the fork in the road where you're doing this. Then you see as the Vikings just kind of turn off towards you, the Fjordians. You plan to lure the creature with your own blood.
Faster this way. Chester smiles.
Then we shall prepare. And
We'll meet you
with
there.
that,
Don't worry. We'll lure them
It is now-
at the cost of our lives.
it is now 1 a.m. Are you guys continuing, or do you want to do this next week?
Let us end.
Oh, yeah, this is a good place
Alright,
to
so
end.
it's
yeah,
actually a
sure,
pretty
sure,
good spot to end right here. So
Yeah,
that's
but
where we'll
wait,
end our session for today. As you watch the Fjordians, these Vikings, start making their way back towards that the first clearing. And I assume Sylvan, Alvar, and Rodent will follow them.
Yes.
Yep.
All right,
Alright,
so
is
I'll
Argilla
just
joining our
separate
side?
here like this. Is Argilla joining, or where are you headed? I'm just splitting the group right now.
I'm going with the other two, yeah.
Yeah, so the 3 of you will be heading towards the creature, attempting to lure it back into the traps. These folk back here will do a short rest, and I assume you guys will do some prepping for the creature to
Yep.
arrive. Right.
Yep.
And with that,
Hopefully, stabbing
time will
myself makes it
pass.
like appear faster.
Oh,
Who knows?
And for next week, we'll have some things to do. With that, that's the end of the session for today. I hope you guys had fun. I will see you
hell
guys
yeah.
next week.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
questions, comments, concerns?